presenting to you the combination of a remarkable Rangers decade. The journey has been unimaginable. From Andy Little scoring a stoppage time equaliser at Peterhead in the first match of a fourth-tier campaign in August 2012, to a defeat at the side rock bottom of the league, through 3 promotions, a title, and now a remarkable European campaign. From Stirling to Seville, it's been extraordinary. That they'd arrived at this night of nights inconceivable 10 years ago. But it has come to pass. 50 years to the week after the Jers' only previous win on Spanish soil saw them playing the European Cup Winners' Cup and had the chance to become the first Scottish team to lift continental silverware for a second time. Will James Tavernier emulate John Gregg? There are tens of thousands of Glaswegians in town who will present a pretty compelling case. Well, in Eintracht Frankfurt they face a side full of enigma, and not for the first time. As Eintracht are on the wrong end of Di Stefano and Puskás, scoring 7 between them on a famous night at Hampden in the 1960 European Cup final. A match they reached by twice putting 6 past Rangers in the semis. Remarkably, Eintracht haven't been back to the European Cup since. They almost folded 20 years ago. They've been more used to bobbing up and down between the top 2 divisions in Germany over the last generation, and they haven't come close to emulating last season's top 5 finish. And they have reserved their best performances for Europe, where they're still unbeaten, having seen off Barcelona and West Ham in the last 2 rounds. They ended the season in the bottom half of the Bundesliga table, and they now face a Rangers side who've already dispatched 2 of Germany's top 4. Well, these are the sides that have been named tonight. Rangers have 40-year-old Alan McGregor in goal, making a club record 104th European appearance, more than 20 years after he made his debut for the club against Forfar. It's a back 4 of Tavernier, Goldson, Bassi and Barisic. In midfield, Lundstrom, Jack and Kamara. Up front, Wright, Aribo and Kent. Eintracht have Trapp in goal, Toure, Tuta and Ndika. Now Roda, Sal and Kostic, Lindstrom and Kamada, and Boré up front. Still, those white flags being waved vigorously by the Eintracht supporters away to our right. A little bit more still and calm, if such a thing were possible, immediately before a European final in the Rangers' end. But one big Rangers flag is being proudly waved in the Andalusian breeze away to our left. Players take the knee before kick-off. A reminder, there is no room for racism. Well, a European campaign that started with Champions League elimination at Malmö, a nervy win over Armenian opposition, and then back-to-back defeats in the Europa League group stage. But from an inauspicious start will a glorious finish emerge. Tonight, a night to seize opportunity and make history. And Rangers, as they were in their victorious European final 50 years ago, in all blue, and they kick from left to right in this first half. Eintracht in all white, their change kit with black trim, and alongside me, former Rangers and Scotland man Charlie Adam. Good evening to you, Charlie.
Evening, Jim. Great start to the game, just great atmosphere, brilliant to be here, and hopefully it lives up to the hype that yourself and Adrian have given it. So we look forward to it, and at Frankfurt they've started on the front foot a little bit, got a little bit of possession, and back to the goalie and kicks it long.
And it bounces over the head of Bassi. Eintracht are able to pick it up and just work it down towards the left-hand side for Kostic. And the ball then deflecting off goes out of play for a throw that will be taken on the Rangers' right. Early touch of the ball for Gio van Bronckhorst to just control the miss-hit pass. Gio won the Champions League back in 2006. More than 100 games as a player for Rangers, as well as his time at Barcelona and Arsenal, and Feyenoord as well, all of which stands him in good stead to try and make his mark in Rangers history tonight. Here's Lundstrom heading the ball forward. It's returned by the Eintracht captain Roda, just heading it down through the midfield. An opportunity for Kamada to be able to play it forward. Rangers able to get on the end of it, but so then works it out towards the right hand side. Now will be able to bring it right-footed in towards the edge of the penalty area. Kostic has made his way forward. Slightly heavy first touch went behind him, but he's able to pick it up and fizz in one of those trademark left-footed crosses. But Rangers able to easily get it clear with Jack. He loses out as it's played forward, And now another opportunity for Kostic to deliver. High left-footed, steepling ball towards the far post. Headed down by Knauf. Kamada tried to work it in. Bassi got in the way of that. Miscued shot from Lindstrom on the edge of the penalty area. Header away comes from the Rangers back line again. It was Wright that got it clear, and then Tavernier will be able to find touch and just allow Rangers the opportunity to regroup behind the ball. Good early pressure from Eintracht, but a couple of minutes in the 2022 Europa League final, it is still 0-0 on TalkSport.
Yeah, you can see they're trying to get Kostic and enough up on the right hand side, high and wide to get a lot of crosses. Obviously Kostic is top assists this season with 5 for Frankfurt, so he's going to be a danger against the Tavernier. It's important that Tavernier doesn't overcover and allow him too much time and space to put crosses in.
Lindstrom losing out in the midfield. It's difficult when you've got a Lindstrom and a Lundstrom playing. That was Lindstrom of Eintracht. And here is John Lundstrom in his yellow boots for Rangers. He's playing it back for Goldson. He's 60-odd European games behind him in a Rangers shirt. Now just works it back behind square for Bassi. Long left-footed ball forward from him, but not to good effect. Easily headed down by Toure in the midfield. Roda, blonde-haired Eintracht captain, can help it on, but not effectively. Tavernier has it. Play forward through the midfield. Lovely turn by Wright, and an opportunity to try and break. Now Rebo has it on the edge of the penalty area, twisting back inside. Couldn't get himself into his shooting position. Coming across the cover is the French defender and Piquet. And it's a throw which Rangers will take down by the corner flag.
Brilliant pass from Tavernier into Wright. He takes in Dickey on the opposite side, outside his foot, goes by him, no problem. Plays a nice pass to Rebo, he tries to cut back on his left and shot there, but the defender comes over and covers. He maybe should have had a wee shot with his right side there.
Kemal Roof on the bench again for Rangers today. He's back from injury after missing so many games. Here's Tavernier, gets to the right-hand side and whacks across it about 5 times as hard as he needed to. The adrenaline coursing through the veins. Yeah, he got there on the byline as he's looking for the far post. He found not only the far post, he almost found the stand on the far side.
Yeah, no, he just opposite side of the pitch. It was a good little play. He just dinked over the 2 defenders and was in a great position. Normally he'd hang it up there, but too much power on it and ends up going out for a throw. But Rangers have regained possession from the throw.
Yeah, Tudor giving the ball away, just passing straight to Lundstrom in the midfield. Goldson looking long. Plenty gravitating for Rangers down to Tavernier on the right flank at the moment. Still 0-0 here in Seville. Tavernier trying to flick the ball over the top again. So coming back, the Swiss midfielder can clear. Lundstrom seizes upon it. His boot raised though as he just tried to flick it past Roda. And he seems to have caught him. And there's an angry reaction from the Eintracht substitutes who are claiming that he should at the very least be a yellow card for dangerous play against John Lundstrom. Roda was down and seemed to be in some distress as he was lying with one hand on his face and the other being waved frantically to try and alert the Eintracht medical team that he needed some attention. We're just seeing another view of it. He did just get caught a little bit, but seemingly not quite as much as he was making out. Maybe flicked by the studs on the top of the head, no more than that. Yeah, no, it's listen, Lundstrom does brilliant to read the pass and maybe just a little bit of a heady touch past the captain Roda, and unfortunately just probably caught him there, but he's got a bit of a cut on his head, so he obviously he's got a bit of a gash there. So listen, Rangers have started better. First couple of minutes Frankfurt did a bit of possession, but Rangers I'll be delighted with these little breaks. Calm the game down, get energy in, and a little bit of a drink to take the sting out of Frankfurt's start to the game. Already the opportunity to get some fluid on board for those Rangers players. Temperatures have been about 36, 37 in the shade today, but as Adrian was saying, with just a little bit of wispy cloud cover and the sun having gone down, and we're very much in southern Spain here, so it is going to set much earlier than it does in Britain. It's not nearly as hot now, as prohibitively hot as it was earlier in the day. The road is still down receiving that treatment, and this is a concern as far as Eintracht are concerned. There is a little bit of blood. It's just needed to be maybe stitched up, a couple of butterfly stitches in there to try and sort him out. Don't forget, when we're done in here in Seville, it's going to be your time to have your sound national radio on the Sports Bar tonight. Jason Cunny, Jamie O'Hara taking your calls on 03717223344. We got more live football for you tomorrow. The Premier League relegation battle in full focus. Villa against Burnley kicks off at 8. And we've got news of Everton against Crystal Palace and Chelsea-Leicester as well. Also tomorrow night, the League 2 playoff semi-final second leg between Port Vale and Swindon. And talking of League 2 playoff semi-finals, Northampton against Mansfield underway right now. That game is over on TalkSport 2. If you've got the TalkSport app, you can just seamlessly swipe between one and the other. Well, it looks as though Jankic is potentially getting ready to come on, if necessary, to replace Roda. If this cut is so bad that he can't continue, he's still lying on his back just outside the penalty area. We've only seen, 7.5 minutes in, we've only seen about 3.5 minutes of action. So how does this affect you as a player when you have a significant stoppage like this as early as this?
No, sometimes it's good when you're under a wee bit of pressure just to take the sting out of the game, and Rangers were under a bit of pressure, but obviously this opportunity of the cut come from Rangers getting good pressure on Lundstrom, taking a little bit of a heady touch, but it's important that Road is okay, and Jakic is obviously warming up quite fast. I think the coach Glasner is signalling to him to be ready in case that he can't make it. But no, sometimes it's this early in the game, it's nice just to have a wee bit of a break and regroup and talk to your coach.
Well, already a couple of positive moments for players who've never played in European finals before. Clearly you can appreciate what it's likely to feel like, but you can never, I would imagine, come close to being able to get your head around how it is going to feel. So for the likes of Tavernier, who's shown a good couple of touches early, a real good important settler at the start of the game.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's important that the back guys, it's 2v1 up there, Golson and Bassey against Bora. It's important that at times that they just play amongst each other to suck the Frankfurt defence up a little bit and trying to use that little space for where Wright and Kent can come and play and get turned and look forwards.
Well, the good news is that Roda is okay. He's going to be able to continue. He's having to change his shirt. He's having a little bit of blood wiped off his back. He's got a big white and blue bandage now around the top of his blonde hair. But he is going to be able to come back on in a moment. Play resumes belatedly. A stoppage of a good 4.5 minutes. Ball driven forward from the back by Tuta, the Brazilian centre-half for Eintracht, but it goes all the way through for Alan McGregor. And the roar of approval is from the Eintracht supporters away to our right-hand side as Roda makes his way back onto the field. He's a very experienced player, his second spell with the club, former Dortmund man, who Pep signed from Bayern Munich. The ball is played forward over the top. It was chased there by Ryan Kent. Just given a little shove towards the edge of the penalty area, but Slavko Vincic, the referee, says no foul. Ball cleared by Trapp, headed on through the midfield by Boré for Eintracht, down towards the right-hand side for Lindstrom, but he loses out. Kent again in possession, trying to turn, and wins a free kick. So was on his toes really quickly, and Kent's turn was too quick for him. Free kick to Rangers, about 15 yards inside the Eintracht half, 10 gone 0-0.
Yeah, 0-0. Rangers get a bit of possession, just because Lundstrom just dropped into that right-back position. He hit a long, beautiful diagonal over the top of Toure, and it was nudged by Kent was nudged, by Toure, but it wasn't a foul. He done brilliant there to get good feet, and so had to foul him, and Rangers, poor ball by Golson.
Trying to launch it forward. It's all about who wins the seconds, and to Lindstrom's credit, the Bundesliga Young Player of the Year, it was him for Eintracht. But a high ball forward through the midfield is seized upon by Wright, hasn't got it for long. An opportunity for Kostic to come forward, turns inside away from Tavernier. They doubled up on him so quickly with Wright coming back, and then Tavernier can just toe poke it through the midfield, and an opportunity to get Glenn Kamara going, the Finnish international, taking out towards the left-hand side, but he's fouled. No, referee says play on. And Toure can bring it forward. It's a high ball forward for Kamada. Kamada trying to turn, get it onto his right foot, trying to tiptoe his way through the penalty area. McGregor gets a foot to it. Goldson's clearance is poor, and then McGregor is able to make the save from So, who tried his luck from the edge of the penalty area. Rising drive with McGregor out of position, but the 40-year-old got back between the sticks in time. That was a nervy moment.
Yeah, Kamada gets into the box and gives a turn, but Goldson's got to do better. His clearance is poor over to the edge of the box, and Son hits a shot, but it was well covered by McGregor.
Barisic, the Croatian, in possession for Rangers on the left-hand side. Rangers runners-up in 2008 in this competition when they lost 2-0 to Zenit in Manchester, playing in their 5th European final tonight. No Scottish club has ever won this competition. No Scottish club has ever won 2 European trophies. Rangers are trying to do this evening. The Europa League dominated by Spanish clubs over the last decade, and when they haven't won it, it has been an English team that has been victorious, but won't be tonight. Ball played forward again by Lindstrom down the right-hand side for Eintracht. Break forward in their white shirts. Bassi's defended well, though. The former Leicester man just stood firm. A meteoric rise he has had from Leicester's academy through to a European final in next to no time. And as it's launched forward down the left-hand side, Aribo is fouled. And it's another free kick which will be taken on the Rangers' left. 12 gone, 0-0.
Yeah, brilliant from Bassi. Strong, powerful. Gets there, Aribo. That's what you need from your number 9. You need to get him up the pitch, to get Rangers up the pitch. He has to be able to get fouls, attract fouls. Brilliant. Morelos is brilliant at it, and allows Rangers to get up the pitch and take time. But it looks like Lundstrom is just trying to protect Kamada. At times, Bassi can go into midfield with the striker, and Lundstrom will just drop in.
Tavernier crosses it towards the edge of the penalty area. It's clear. So heads it away. Jack can't get there, but now forward from right wing back is very quickly dispossessed. And John Lundstrom calms things down, just dropping in, as Charlie was saying, now temporarily into this position on the right of 3 centre halves, where he likes to just to drop deep and start play. And now we'll push forward again with the Rangers in possession with Bassi, and Goldson, the deepest of the Gers outfield players, has got as much time on the ball as he wants. Down he comes for Tavernier. 7 goals in the knockout stages of this competition this season. It's been a remarkable run for James Tavernier, who scored in his last 3 games in all competitions. 18 for the season from right wing back. I know he takes a lot of penalties, but that is just an extraordinary return. Bassi out to Barisic. Kamara made an early run, but he needed it to be played first time. Barisic will now drive it forward. Torre was back goal side of Kamara to be able to head the ball away. Kamada, Japanese international, turning it down to the left for Kostic, straight back infield from him to So and out to Tuta, and now Knauf is going to be able to bring it forward. Lindstrom dropping off, trying to find a pocket of space around the edge of the penalty area. Cross comes in, very easily dealt with, but Rangers just taking their time in playing out from the back to get it away. Ball eventually ricocheting off Barisic back into Eintracht territory, and it'll be mopped up at the back by Ndika. Still fantastic show from supporters of both teams, very, very loud here at the Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan in the centre of Seville tonight. The white flags still being waved with real gusto in the Eintracht end away to our right. Now the goalkeeper's had a difficult save to make, a little bit cagey in a game that you wouldn't expect to finish 0-0 with both sides' defensive records, but you never know because of the heat and the humidity here whether that will just take a little bit of pace out of the game. But it's been played at a decent tempo so far.
Yeah, it has played at a decent tempo. You know, Frankfurt are playing the 3-4-2-1. At times Lundstrom just dropping with Kamada. I think obviously they think he's more of the danger player and dropping back into defence, but it's been a decent tempo to the game and rhythm, but the game will eventually slow down and hopefully that Rangers can control the ball, because they just seem to want to keep giving it back to Frankfurt. Long pass there from Goldson straight.
Possession at the moment just and only just in Rangers' favour, but in terms of the attempts they've all been at Alan McGregor's goal so far. The referee just playing the advantage there. Kamada went to ground. The referee says no foul. Play will go on down the left hand side. Ball play down towards Lindstrom. Bassey has followed him down to the left-hand side of the penalty. A brilliant turn from Lindstrom. Lundstrom clears. Looks like he's going to go out of play for a corner. Bassey did well to prevent that happening and controlled it with his first touch and smacked it upfield with his second. He's lively, Lindstrom, the number 29. You can see why they were so keen to get him back after injury and in the side for tonight. He's going to cause a few problems.
Yeah, he has. He plays in that just off Bora. Him and Kamada just playing in that 2-double-10 position. Lundstrom doesn't really know where he's going. And at times the centre-back needs to step out and trust himself that he can come into midfield and deal with that situation. If he doesn't, then Rangers are going to have problems all night behind Jack.
Now Kamada playing it out towards the now right-hand side of the penalty area. Another important blocked cross from Barisic, who's able to get it away. But Eintracht will be able to come again. Ball in towards the feet of the edge of the penalty area. Boré stumbling. Ball ricocheted up, hit his hand. Lundstrom appealing for a free kick. Nothing given. Rangers win it back in the midfield with Kent. Flick forward here. Aribo knew that he was going to be offside. Couldn't play it. And coming back, Kostic works it back for his goalkeeper. Good awareness from Aribo, knowing he was offside, hoping that Wright was going to be able to get there to influence play, but he couldn't. Eintracht do have it, but they're deep inside their own penalty area. 17 gone. It's 0-0 on TalkSport live from Seville tonight. We've got the Champions League final coming up a week on Saturday. From the Stade de France tonight, the Europa League final here in southern Spain. Rangers getting a good foothold in this game, and alongside me, the former Rangers Scotland man Charlie Adam.
Yeah, just Frankfurt out of possession, 5-4-1, just 11 Rangers have the ball. Lundstrom just dropping in between the two centre-backs. Just giving Rangers a bit of possession is something that they need. They don't need to try and force it at the moment. Have a bit of possession, enjoy yourself, build your way into the game. It's a great pass there from Golson to Kent.
Now towards the corner flag, it's well picked up as well by Ryan Kent. Coming in off the left-hand touchline, lays it back. Barisic fizzes one in. Very difficult to control on the edge of the penalty area. Jack heading it back forward. Aribo trying to make something happen. Kamara is in there, but very calmly dealt with by So. Elegant ball-playing midfielder for Eintracht Frankfurt. And John Lundstrom has done really well. Has come back and just nipped the ball off the toes of Boré, the Colombian striker for Eintracht. And Rangers will be able to build again. When they can't get in positions around the edge of the Eintracht penalty area, it does look as though they're going to be able to make something happen. Just haven't been able to quite work the opportunities yet to work the keeper.
It's tight, the defence is tight because they're putting 5 at the back. Rangers might have to go on the outside because of, it's tight in midfield and in between that 3 defenders. So they're, Tavernier, they nearly broke there in Frankfurt, and Kostic done there, but Lundstrom done brilliant to get back and retrieve the ball.
It's going to be a throw which will be taken on the Eintracht left. They've only won 3 of the last 13 games coming into tonight. Away at Barcelona and home and away against West Ham. They've picked their moments. They finished 11th out of 18 in the Bundesliga. They haven't won a league game since the middle of March. Here's Roda. It's about his first touch since he came back on after that head injury, and he's worked it wide towards the right-hand side for Knauf. Knauf making his way forward. What a save, McGregor. Well, it was alarmingly easy as Knauf made his way, firstly on his right foot, then cut it onto his left, and he hit a drive towards the right-hand post, and McGregor's done really well, got down, strong left hand to it to divert it wide for a corner. What a save.
Yeah, they did brilliant to work it from one side to the other to Knauf, and he allows him, Barisic allows him too much space. That's his problem, get tight. That's one of his problems defending 1v1. He doesn't get tight enough with defenders as a defender and go and put pressure on his winger he plays against, and he allows him inside, and Knauf nearly scores, but McGregor there.
In comes the corner for Lindstrom, into the penalty area, mishit it, and then it's headed wide. It was a really well-worked corner. They flooded the 6-yard box. Lindstrom just walked away almost disinterestedly towards the edge of the penalty area. He's played into him. He's put his right foot through it, but mistimed it. It's come off the top of his boot. So instead of being a shot, it's looped up towards the edge of the 6-yard box, and Ndicka, from a really good position, just heads it wide.
Yeah, it's a good set play. First corner they've had, and they've obviously worked on it. Rangers will have nobody on the edge of the box, and drops to Lindstrom. He'll be disappointed. You can see in his face he was disappointed in that he probably at least should have hit the target.
Better opportunities falling for Eintracht at the moment. Lindstrom has it again, still 0-0. Roda now for So with a right-footed effort over the bar. But It's now 5 opportunities without reply for Eintracht as we approach the midway stage of this first half.
Yeah, look, Rangers are trying to play out, and risky ball there from Golson, and it comes back to So, and he just delivers it. Just, unfortunately, puts over the bar for them.
McGregor spots the ball down. Just went to his players to push upfield. McGregor, who's making his 104th appearance in European football for Rangers, 41 clean sheets. Both of those tallies, unsurprisingly, club records. All told, it's game number 468 for the club, the first of which more than 20 years ago.
Could it be his last? Normally he doesn't play in the Scottish Cup. Joe McLaughlin might play the weekend, so this might be his last game for the football club, and what a way to go out if he does.
Well, it would be some way to go out, particularly if he's got a clean sheet against his name by the end of the night, or maybe the odd penalty save in a shootout. We'll see. Bassey firing it forward here, long for Rangers. McGregor's already made one outstanding save, and tipping that effort away round the post. Here's Touré at the back. 4-4, Sebastian Roda. Roda with the yellow captain's armband visible on the left sleeve of his shirt. Eintracht in all white, their fans in all white.
You can see now Lundstrom's just dropping back into that middle of the centre-back position. He's sort of just following command everywhere he goes. If it's into midfield or up front, he's just trying to follow him to maybe a little bit of a man-marking job on him.
Barisic going back for his goalkeeper. As Kamada comes down towards his left-hand side, Lundstrom has followed him a great degree of the way. Ball played down towards the Rangers right for Jack. Jack back for Tavernier. Tavernier under pressure from Boré. Just got caught. The referee just points to Tavernier, says, yep, I saw it. Play goes on. Barisic has it again. On the left flank. He's worked it back inside his own half for Bassey. Bassey controlling it, the Nigerian international, to form Brighton man Goldson. And back for Bassey again. Towards the edge of the penalty area. The edge of the centre circle, I beg your pardon. Then driven forward, left foot is a good ball as well. Into space. Kent chasing after it, almost able to turn and get in past Touré. Couldn't quite. Rangers winning again in the midfield. And it's played back by Glenn Kamara. Now to the left flank. And Rangers just control things with Barisic. It's been a better spell of possession from them. Bassey working it forward. Chested down on the left-hand side by Kent. Former Liverpool man just working it back again for John Lundstrom. Calming things down in the midfield. Rangers playing at a measured tempo rather than anything electrifying, but that's understandable on a hot, humid night. Tavernier showed too much of it to Kostic. Wins it back though as Kamada couldn't make anything happen, and Goldson will work it back to his goalkeeper. 24 minutes gone. Night beginning to fall here in Andalusia as McGregor drives it forward. The offside flag is up against a combination of Wright and Aribo, and it's a free kick taken by Eintracht. It's 0-0.
Listen, it was good play from Rangers, but Tavernier's just got to be a little bit sharper. Aribo comes short, Wright goes there, and the pass was into Aribo's feet, and eventually he dilly-dallied on it, and he ended up getting caught by Costas. So, important that Tavernier ups his game and gets some more tempo to his passing.
Tuta's got it at the back. Oh, it's a lovely turn. Just drop of the shoulder, got away from Kent, played forward, Goldson in there strongly. Rangers win it back with Barisic. Goldson chipping it over the top. Again, the outlet is Ryan Kent on the left-hand touchline. Kamara very quickly in support for him, and then he's caught off the ball. Hand of apology from Knauf. Kamara gets back to his feet. Rangers still in possession. Going backwards to come forwards again. Goldson into the feet of Wright. Lovely turn from Wright, trying to get away from the challenger. Rebound! Just wide. Good strike. Got it onto his left foot. And the referee will now come back and revisit the earlier challenge which came in. It was a really poor one in the midfield. Wright dropping his shoulders. A lovely turn from him. He did get caught. And the referee's just going to ascertain whether he's okay and whether he needs any treatment, but it was a poor challenge.
Yeah, it's a great pass from Goldson into to right. He gets turned and plays it into Aribo, but it just goes wide of the post. But that's what Rangers have to do, because Wright and Kent play so high. It allows them Frankfurt to go back as a 5, and it's important that Tavernier and Barisic on the opposite side are the out ball, and they're the ones that can give it, because at times Ndiki and Toure, they will want to go in midfield with Wright. That's twice now that Ndiki's went too close to Wright and he's turned him and managed to get a pass away, and also been able to turn him earlier in the match.
Well, we're having another cooling break now. Had one very early in the game when Roda had his injury, and just having another one now as well. This one a premeditated one, just past the 25-minute stage of this second half. You're with TalkSport, and it is Eintracht Frankfurt 0, Rangers 0 in the 2022 Europa League final. What's your biggest reservation so far, Charlie? What have been the encouraging signs? What are you most worried about from a Rangers perspective?
Well, I think that Barisic has got to get closer. You know, he's allowing too much time and space on that opposite side, and Rangers obviously are a wee bit short in that wide area, as in that, you know, the Kostic and not forgetting a lot of the ball. But the Rangers need to just take their time, you know, not force that long pass all the time, because they're getting that space and time when Lundstrom drops into the middle of the back 3 and he can get on the ball and progress up the pitch that way.
Charlie's on breakfast tomorrow morning with Ali McCoist.
Maybe, if Ali appeals.
I think their mood will very greatly be decided by what's coming up over the next hour or so, and not just theirs. How will Big Al be tomorrow morning? It's going to be an interesting listen between 6 and 10. Alan Brazil and Ray Parler, Charlie, Ali McCoist and Alan Stubbs all on the show. And then Jim White, who's another who will be kicking every ball from in here at the Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan as we speak. He's downstairs somewhere.
In hospitality.
I wonder where you go. He could be in hospital by the end of the night because he's bitten all his fingernails. So far, kind of so good as far as Rangers are concerned. But Jim live from Spain with Simon Jordan tomorrow between 10 and 1. Live over on TalkSport 2 right now. It is the second leg of that playoff semi-final in League 2. And it is 1-0 to Mansfield, who are 3-1 up on aggregate. That game continues for you right now over on TalkSport 2. They're just coming up for half-time. After the drinks break, play has resumed here. And Rangers are giving a soft free kick away for a shove from Bassi right in front of the referee. And it's an opportunity for Eintracht to get the ball forward.
Yeah, no, this Kostic here over the ball, left foot. A little bit of a good line from Rangers here, organising well.
Yeah, that line is 6 yards outside the penalty area. This Kostic clipping it forward, and Bassi came back, watched the markers, and got the last touch. Just came off his shins. He's claiming he's been pushed.
No, it's never a play. That's a wonderful ball. It's just into a brilliant area where he can't, you know, the goalkeeper can't come for it. He's going facing his own goal, and he's hoping to try and shield it out, but he doesn't. It comes off his right leg and ends up going out for a corner.
And he had to do brilliantly there, Bassi, to take the pace off it as the ball came to him, because had he not been able to do that, it could easily have flown off his shin into the net for an own goal. Great delivery from Kostic. The corner is cleared. It was Tavernier with it, back in from Lindstrom, and that one cleared as well. And Rangers survive, but still the better opportunities being created by Eintracht Frankfurt at the moment. 0-0. So, launches it long. Barisic might have been able to turn the header back to his own goalkeeper and try to get it upfield. Then a snapshot comes in and just goes onto the roof of the net. That was a really good attempt from Kostic, who hadn't got back to this left-hand side after that previous corner. And he came down to him on his left foot. He was 25 yards out, not a great angle, and he's put it about a yard wide and maybe a foot high.
Yeah, no, it's Barisic there, poor header out, and you know, he has time to actually maybe take it down or go back to the goalkeeper. He rushes it and it drops to Kostic, and you know, it's a fair effort from there, just over the bar.
Some player, Kostic, a real danger man. He scored twice in the 3-2 win at Barcelona. That's the 7 goals that the Serbian international scored this season. And His set pieces really are a fantastic weapon. Rangers will try and bring it forward. Kamara goes to grab, fouled by Roda, and a free kick, which Rangers will take 10-12 yards inside the Eintracht Frankfurt half, and now an opportunity for Rangers to get the big guns for.
Yeah, no, this is a great position for Barisic. Similar to Kostic, it's a good area for him. It looks like Frankfurt are probably defending a little bit deeper than what Rangers are. But Barisic's got a wonderful left foot, and if he could just put it in between that penalty spot and the edge of the box, it's a good area for the goalkeeper not to be able to come for it.
So Lundstrom's at the far post, Goldson is in there as well. It is hit in pretty deep, headed away easily by Ndicka, back in from Tavernier, but not to good effect. He's just headed it to his right hand side, and the counter attack is on here. Real danger. Kostic makes his way forward and goes for goal, fires across the face of goal and wide, and Rangers again have been led off.
Yeah, poor header from Tavernier, but what a run by Kostic. He runs 60, 70, 80 yards up the pitch, full pace. Tavernier was struggling to get back with him, and he just sort of drags his shot wide of Almagre's left hand post.
Rangers fans again supporting their team with the Viking clap, hands out above heads. Wonderful noise. Great showpiece occasion for both of these clubs, for whom it means so much. This is a trophy that has been maligned in the past. Sometimes the side that wins it feels like a consolation prize. Listen, let me tell you, whoever wins this will milk it, and rightly so. Eintracht, if they were to win it and get them into the Champions League, they haven't played a European Cup tie since the 1960 final. It means so much for them, just as much as it will mean for Rangers if they in turn can get there, but that's all still to come. What about next season? It's about winning this one first. 32 minutes gone, 0-0. Ball played forward by Tavernier. Rebo trying to make life difficult, and he wins a throw which will be taken by the Rangers captain on this right flank near the edge of the Eintracht penalty area. So 2 balls thrown to him just for a moment. He's chosen the one that he wants, throws it back towards halfway. Goldson goes square to his left hand side, brought under control by Bassi. Long left footed down towards the right hand touchline. Tavernier the target again. Kostic beating him, and it goes out of play for a throw that'll be taken on the Rangers right, level with the edge of the Eintracht box this time. Still 0-0 with 12 minutes to go to the break, but probably 3 or 4 minutes to be added on. Goldson to Bassi inside the centre circle. Bassi, Kamara just try to draw Torre out of position. Out towards Barisic. Kamara's continues run down the left-hand side, but Torre got there first and just nudges it away from Kamara and out of play for a throw, which Barisic will launch inside the penalty area.
Yeah, that's the pass. Bassi trying to go long over to Tavernier. That's the pass to try and get in between Roda and So. If you can get to the left shoulders or right shoulders of them and get a spare Kamara and Lundstrom or Jack getting in position, you're going to cause them all sorts of problems.
Rebo trying to help it on from the throw. Roda is in there battling, comes out for right, off balance, finds Tavernier, just slightly under-hit the pass, and that allowed Kostic the opportunity to get it away, and that's becoming an increasingly influential battle now on this near touchline, the one that we're expecting could be one of the keys to the game. Tavernier against Kostic. Ball cleared awkwardly by Ndicka. Rangers are claiming that it should be a free kick for a handball. Certainly wasn't any intent from him. The ball hit his right foot, came up and hit his hand. It would have been a harsh free kick against him, but his lack of control is rightfully penalised, with Rangers winning their first corner. 10 minutes to go to half-time. Tavernier's going to take it. Swinging in from the Rangers right. Lundstrom stands on the edge of the box. Goldson is there. Kamara is there. Rebo on the penalty spot. He makes his way forward towards the edge of the 6-yard box. So much air underneath it. Off balance, Lundstrom can get his head to it and only divert it back out towards the left flank. Kent trying to take on his man has won another free kick and a chance to swing it in from only a couple of yards from the left-hand touchline, about 10-12 yards from the corner flag. This is a really good position after the foul by So.
Yeah, no, it's a poor corner. Tavernier. He needs to take a little bit of air off it, but got himself in a good position there. Kent gets fouled, and and hopefully Barisic over the ball, good left foot, hopefully put it into, let's say, just in front of that 6-yard box.
It's a 2 in the wall which stands on the edge of the penalty area, on the left-hand edge of the box as Barisic prepares to swing this in. Goldson and Aribo, the 2 Rangers players closest to goal. Lundstrom in the far post area. Wright is in there as well. Goldson makes a near post run. It's over him. Lundstrom with a header tipped over the bar. Rangers' best moment of the night. Didn't quite get the power in it, but it still needed saving by Kevin Trapp, and Rangers get another corner.
Yeah, no, good ball from Barisic into the deep area, and Lundstrom just couldn't get a good header on it. It was loopy, and the goalkeeper Trapp sticks over the bar, but Tavernier is free around the back of that set play there.
Tavernier will take this second Rangers corner. And again, plenty of air underneath it. Better delivery. Didn't find Lundstrom. Headed away by Ndicka. And Kent goes back for Bassi. Bassi now to Jack, who will chip it down the right-hand side. Tavernier chasing after it. Then Kostic thought he was going to be able to easily shepherd it over the line. And Tavernier tried to win it. It's just caught Kostic. Genuine attempt to win the ball, but he's caught his man. And sportingly leans over to apologise and help him back to his feet. And it's going to be a free kick to Eintracht Frankfurt on their left-hand side, which they'll take only about 10 yards from their own corner flag. 0-0 under darkening skies here in Seville. And Kevin Trapp, former PSG goalkeeper, just brings the ball infield 2 or 3 yards for preparing to launch this long. He's in fluorescent orange tonight, and Gregor away to our left in all yellow. He's had to make one significant save of the night so far, tipping an effort from now around the post. Free kick is taken. Rangers win the second ball in the midfield. Guided on by Kent. Aribo going up for it. Roeder is there, chests it down and volleys it back to his goalkeeper. Right, a few real concrete goal-scoring opportunities so far in the 2022 Europa League final.
It's been a little bit scrappy, isn't it? You know, nobody really getting a grip of the game at the moment. It'll take time. It's obviously the heat and the pressures of playing this Europa League final is obviously maybe taking its toll a little bit on people, but it's 0-0 at the moment, and you know, like I said, not been many chances, but Frankfurt have looked dangerous going forward at times.
Yeah, 0-0, and completely understandable that it is. Rangers the first side ever to get to the final, having lost their first 2 games. Despite those defeats, still qualified out of the group with a match to spare. And then had that wonderful journey, beating Dortmund and Red Star and Braga and Leipzig. And there's just one more name to try it out of the list. 0-0 at the moment. Ball played forward by McGregor from a free kick. Knocked down towards Wright. Wright drops his shoulder, gets towards the byline as he won another corner. Another clearance from Ndicka is kept in. Wright has it. He's got Tutor's arms around him, and Tutor diverts it off the field of play and out for a throw that'll be taken by Tavernier pretty much from the corner flag. 6 minutes to go to half time, and the last 5 or 6 minutes have been concentrated pretty much away to our right hand side at the end of the ground that houses the Frankfurt fans. The Rangers kicking from left to right in this first half and defending the end of the ground that is singing in predominantly Glaswegian accents, not exclusively Glaswegian accents though. Adrian was telling you earlier about the flags that are there from Birmingham, from Luxembourg, Polmont, all over the place, from Scotland and further afield as well. The support has been sensational. Ball forward from Goldson. That's not sensational. Over Tavernier's head, straight out of play. And it's a throw which will be taken on the Eintracht Frankfurt left. Yeah, who's the happier at 0-0?
I think Rangers will be happy. I don't think Rangers have got going yet. I think they're trying to play too long, as in, you know, long balls into Tavernier and into Aribo. It's important that, like I keep saying, keep it short and allow your team to progress up the pitch, because Kent and Wright can find great spaces between the 2 centre midfielders. And if you get that and get turned, that's where the 2 opportunities have come. Wright's managed to get turned twice into Aribo, shot, and so I look to try and build the game a little bit shorter than going long all the time.
Now Tavernier has won a free kick here, which he stands over. And Lundstrom and Goldson again have made their ways forward. Aribo, a guarding run from the edge of the D. Right-footed away swinging delivery. Beats everybody. Lundstrom was the target. It's going to be picked up by Kent after it's got out of play for a throw that Ryan Kent takes very quickly. Back for Barisic. Barisic to Jack. Jack much nearer the halfway line than the edge of the penalty area. He goes back further still for Goldson inside his own half as he exchanges passes with Bassi. Now out towards Barisic. Barisic playing between the lines to get it in towards Aribo. Poor defensive header from number 18, drops straight for the other. Torre finding Kamara, and Rangers have been able to keep possession easily here. Goldson bringing forward through the centre circle again to Lundstrom. Lundstrom down towards the right hand side for Tavernier. Kostic comes to engage, goes back for Lundstrom again. Lundstrom to Goldson. Now to Bassi. Bassi to Barisic, just 5-6 yards inside the Eintracht half. And Rangers working back inside their own half. It's just an exercise in keeping possession at the moment, trying to get a few miles into the legs of those Eintracht players. Now Lundstrom will mix it up and go for the long left-footed Hollywood ball out towards the far side. Well, he didn't find his man, but the poor defensive header from Nauf will fall for Barisic. Barisic forward towards Aribo. No foul on him inside the penalty area. It was a shoulder charge. Tuta disdainfully waves him back to his feet, and referee Vincic agrees. No penalty.
No, it wasn't a penalty, but it's good play from Rangers. Build up, take your time, composure. Lundstrom coming out to this right back position, back into Goldson, Tavernier, Bassi, and just recycling the ball at a pace that you just keep working this Frankfurt team and getting them out of position, dragging them. And it's a good bad ball from John Lundstrom with his left foot. You know, the defender Toure has to make a decision, poor header, and all of a sudden, you know, it drops to Ken. But Barisic's got to do better with that ball into Aribo's feet.
Those are thoughts of Charlie Adam with us tonight, part of the TalkSport commentary team. 43 gone, 0-0 between Eintracht and Rangers. And the ball worked forward again. Goldson heading it away towards halfway, but Lindstrom, who's just faded out of the game recently, he's played a poor pass now towards the right. He's had a couple of inspired moments. Tavernier didn't fancy him having another one and has wrestled him to the ground. Play goes on. Kamada, the Japanese international, can't get himself into a shooting position. Works it wide towards Nauf. Nauf fires it in, right-footed, hits Barisic, goes out of play for another Eintracht corner. Lindstrom still not back on his feet yet. Right in front of the fourth official in front of us, Sergeant Jovanovic. And Lindstrom, to the boos and disdain of the Rangers fans, only now gets back to his feet. He's trying to make the most of that, claiming that it was a serious injury inflicted by Tavernier, but his side have got a corner.
Yeah, no, it's a foul, and it's probably a booking as well. Tavernier just taking too much time on the ball and not getting his body in the right position.
In comes the corner, Eintracht's third. Bravely headed away under duress by Bassett. He just tucked his head in there as the boots were flying, and he's got it upfield. So, to Roda near the edge of the centre circle, plays it out towards the right for Torre, and Torre will take a touch and then play it further down the right flank for Kostic, who's still over there from that last set piece. Now Kamada, dark-haired Japanese international, playing it to his right. Work forward, the return pass from Torre was overhit, rather just laying it back and then immediately spinning and trying to make a run between Bassi and Barisic, but pass went way past him far too quickly, and it goes through for Alan McGregor. It's 0-0 coming up to half-time.
Yeah, no, I think Rangers will be comfortable. I feel very happy with what they've done. Limited Frankfurt to not too much. So, no, if they can get to half-time, they'll regroup and come out second half shooting towards their own fans.
Long ball is launched forward towards Aribo and headed away. I've seen a lot of Aribo first hand. Where do you think his best position is?
I think he could play as an 8 position or off the right hand side of midfield, where he can go and, like you say, go and pick up the space in pockets where I think Wright and Kent could cause Frankfurt a lot of problems. But he obviously deployed as a central striker tonight, which he done very well against Leipzig in the first half before coming off at half time.
Well, we're in 6 minutes of added time at the end of this first half. There was the lengthy treatment for Roda's head injury, and then we had the drinks break as well, so an additional 6 minutes being played. And we're midway through the first of those 6, with the ball at the feet of Alan McGregor on the edge of his own penalty area. And he sends a long right-footed ball forward. Going up for it, it's Kostic, but his header's not the best. Jack can help it on. It's cleared by Torre, back from Goldson. So losing out in the midfield. Aribo tried to turn, takes it down towards the touchline, and just looks like he's going to lose his balance for a moment. In doing so, he effectively sold a dummy to 2 players. Now he gets it back towards the byline. Can he get the cross in? Pulled back, cleverly left. Right-footed effort just over the bar. Really well struck by Jack as Kent had found him. But he just leant back a little bit, and he clears Kevin Trapp's bar by about 18 inches.
Brilliant play from Aribo. Great technical skill in a tight area. Gets his body in. Just pokes it through to Kent. They get 1v1. Comes back to Ryan Jack, and he's got to at least hit the target from that position. It just goes over the Trapp's crossbar.
Ryan Jack, who's missed the last 3 games in all competitions because of an ankle problem, only scored once in nearly 60 European ties for Rangers, which was a match against St Joseph Gibraltar a few seasons ago. Lindstrom playing it in. Kamada got the top of his head to it, but the cross was overhit. It was still full for Kostic. He rifles it back in. Boy, does he get a good shape and pace on those left-footed crosses, but Rangers have repelled them all so far. This latest one going out of play for a throw that Kostic himself will take.
It's great play from Lundstrom. As soon as he realised that Kent's against Kostic, he drops into that centre-back position and he clears it away from the front post.
Boré down by the corner flag. Goes back towards Kostic. Kostic keeping it in, just back for So. So to Tuta is the deepest of the Eintracht Frankfurt players, the deepest of the outfield players. He's just on the centre spot as he received the ball. Now it's play to the left for So. So to Roda with big white bandage still around his head. Out towards the right-hand side for Knauf, who's had some good moments pushing forward against Barisic. He'll take him on again. Barisic just caught him as Knauf trying to get it away. Referee said play on. Tudor will bring it forward. Opportunity for Lindstrom to try and turn in the midfield. So will pick it up. Kostic immediately peels away to the Eintracht left. So will go back the other way for Roda. Rangers just having a hang in there a little bit after 5 minutes of good possession. Now it's Eintracht that are on the front foot coming up towards half-time. We've got 3 minutes of stoppage time to go. But a free kick has been given for a foul on Glenn Kamara just outside Rangers' own penalty area, and that'll run a few more seconds off the clock. Nearly half-time, still 0-0.
It comes from Barisic not wanting to engage the winger. If he engages the winger, then it doesn't allow, he just puts him under pressure by allowing him cross into the box. If he gets close on tighter, then he can actually affect the game. At the moment, he's not affecting the game. He's not affecting what Nuff does because he's giving him too much time and space. Yeah, he's got a bit of pace and he might be able to run him back, but go and get close and put your opponent under pressure.
McGregor takes the free kick, launch long. Aribo winning in the air, trying to steer it down for Ryan. Kent has missed him, and it goes out for a throw which will be taken on the Seville right. On the Eintracht right, here in Seville, you know what I mean. Centre side in white playing here. Old habits die hard. On the Eintracht right. And they've taken that throw and worked it back through the midfield, and it comes down to the other side of the back line for Ndicka. Left-footed ball spun down towards Kostic. Kostic chasing after it. Tavernier got there first. Takes it off the island and now to play for a throw with 90 seconds to go to half-time. Throw taken quickly by Kostic. Good movement from Boré. And Boré, has he won the corner off Goldson? Yes, he has. Goldson just claiming there's a little double ricochet there, but the referee didn't see the second touch if there was one, and it's another chance for Kostic to deliver from the Eintracht left.
He's had some good deliveries from set plays so far, and now it's an opportunity out swinging corner. Rangers have to defend as well if they can. Just get to half-time, minute and a half to go.
Very deep past the penalty spot. Headed away well by Goldson. And then won back brilliantly by Kent, and the counter-attack could be on, or at least it could have been if it had been a better ball out towards Jack, but Lindstrom read it, and he's able to work it back for Eintracht, back to their goalkeeper. And just for a moment it was a promising situation, albeit 70 yards from goal. They had a 2 against 2. Eintracht have it again. Another ball play forward towards Boré. That one easily dealt with by Goldson. And then Aribo just plays the way that he's facing and works it back for Tavernier. Tavernier punts it forward, trying to turn the Eintracht back line. Wright chased after it manfully. He was never favourite to get there, but just his mere presence has forced two to declare his lines and put it out of play for a throw to be taken on the Rangers right. This will be the last attack of the first half.
Even though Tavernier puts up the park and makes him defend, it would have been easier for Wright just to leave it, but he puts him under pressure and gets Rangers up the pitch and throw in a good territory to look forward and put pressure on Frankfurt.
Lundstrom goes back for Goldson. Bassi to Barisic, and the referee looks at his watch. The 6 minutes all but up, and Bassi will have the last touch on the first half, just driving it forward into space, and the referee says that'll do. They'll turn around at 0-0. Alan McGregor's been the busier of the two goalkeepers. He's made the one really excellent save so far tonight. Eintracht with the better opportunities, Rangers more than hanging in there. They've had the majority of possession in the first half, and still everything to play for in the Europa League final. At the break, it is Eintracht 0, Rangers 0. Well, Adrian, there are no changes from Rangers for the second half. 11 that started the game have come back out. Sakala went through a slightly different warm-up routine to the other substitutes during the interval. He was doing some more individual stretching work rather than work with the ball, so I just wonder whether he has had instruction that he's going to be coming on sooner rather than later. But Rangers lining up McGregor in goal. Tavernier, Goldson, Bassi and Barisic, Lundstrom, Jack and Kamara, Wright, Aribo and Kent are the forward three. Eintracht, trapping goal, Toure, Tuta and Ndika. Now Roda, So and Kostic, Lindstrom and Kamara and Boré up front. And they're just re-emerging now. Looks as though the white bandage on the captain Sebastian Roda's head has been replaced, but there is still another white bandage there as he makes his way on for the second half. But they're not making any changes at this stage either. And away to the right hand side, the Eintracht Frankfurt supporters in perfect but very blue English make a message towards UEFA by holding up a number of individual letters, getting their message against UEFA across. And there's also a huge pyro display away to our right hand side. There must be 30 pyrotechnics in that area, and the smoke from it is going to billow slowly, because it's a pretty still night, from that end of the ground our right over towards the left hand side. And it might be that it's not too long before Alan McGregor has a bit of smoke enveloping his penalty area. We're back underway, Rangers in all blue, and they're kicking from right to left. They're attacking the end of the ground that is a sea of blue away to our left hand side, attacking their own supporters. Ball is now with Knauf on the Eintracht Frankfurt right. This is played in towards Kamara. Roda trying to hook it over the top. Goldson is there, just comes across and tracks the run of Boré, heads it down towards Lundstrom. Lundstrom down for Barisic, whose clearance goes out of play. That's a throw which will be taken on the Eintracht Frankfurt right hand side, well inside Rangers half. Alongside me is Charlie Adam.
Yeah, no, good start from Frankfurt again. Low 1-2 there from
Roda tries to get Knauf in. Sorry, Charlie, and they get a corner.
Yeah, sorry there. Just great 1-2 there from Lundstrom, and Knauf gets in there. A good corner there. But Barisic has got to again do better. He's got to anticipate that Lundstrom's going to head the ball back to him, and he allows it just to go, and he puts himself and his team under pressure.
So the first corner of the second half, which is the fifth of the game for Eintracht Frankfurt. It's going to be a left-footed in-swing into that smoky penalty area, but it's easily and commandingly headed away by John Lundstrom, whose clearance finds halfway. So is there. He runs around it and lays it back to his goalkeeper, Kevin Trapp. And Trapp will take a touch and then side-foot it forward towards So. Actually miscontrolled an easy pass, but he was just more worried about where the ball was going next. There's no harm done. Tavernier, the ball drifts over his shoulder and he's put under immediate pressure from Lindstrom. He's then forced to clear his lines, and he puts it out of play for a throw to Eintracht.
Yeah, long ball, but over the head of Tavernier. He's got to probably do better than what he does. Kicks out the pitch and Rangers have to just try and get a little bit of a grip of the ball again and use the space and use the time by passing it amongst each other.
With TalkSport, it's still 0-0. Tuta firing one in from 40 yards. And McGregor just watched it wide. That's an effort from such long range that if he does it in a training session, McGregor would pick up the ball, boot it somewhere else and get him to run after it. I mean, it was miles away. Cheekiest attempt imaginable from such long distance.
Yeah, no, listen, it's good play. He steps in from centre-back position, goes by, Rebo steps in, and listen, he's worth an effort, but he just drags it by Alan McGregor's right-hand post.
Long clearance from McGregor. He's just taken a touch off the head of Tavernier, goes out of play for a throw. Eintracht take it quickly in behind Tavernier, and coming across the cover is Goldson. And he clears it into one of the Union Jack flags over on the far touchline. Out of play for a throw which will be taken by Eintracht, and Rangers haven't been able to get into opposition territory in the opening stages of this second half. Kamada, the Japanese international, in towards Lindstrom, turns on the edge of the area, shot takes a deflection and spins just wide. McGregor knew he was beaten and he had enough time to think that he might be about to concede, and he took a nervous look to his right, and he was so relieved that the ball went just to the right side of his post.
Oh, it's brilliant play from Bore and Kamada. They 1-2 and
in comes the corner towards the edge of the 6-yard box, and it's cleared. Bit of pushing and shoving going on inside the penalty area. Back it'll come in again, in towards the near post, and Tavernier clears. And it goes out of play for an Eintracht throw. They're on the front foot now.
Yeah, it's a great start from Frankfurt, putting Rangers under pressure, putting the ball in behind. Great 1-2 earlier in their work with Kamada and Bore, and Lundstrom's shot hits off Kamara and goes behind for the corner, but it's been a great start from Frankfurt in the second half.
4 minutes into the second half, it remains 0-0 here on TalkSport Champions League final. A week on Saturday, live from the Stade de France in Saint-Denis in northern Paris. Tonight here in Seville, 0-0 between Eintracht Frankfurt and Rangers. Have the best coverage of the final day of the Premier League season for you as well. Don't forget, tomorrow night live Premier League action. It's a big game down at the bottom of the table. 3 matches taking place tomorrow night. We've got them all covered for you on the TalkSport network. Ball is cleared towards halfway, brought down by Jack forward towards right to Aribo, and Wright will be able to make his way forward again. Good dynamic run, taking on 2 defenders who almost got in each other's way, but Touré's able to clear, and he gets it forward towards halfway. Coming across the cover, it's played back by Bore in behind his teammates and falls straight for Glenn Kamara. Kamara's got it again and chips it right-footed, chested down by Goldson. He can calm things down and will be able to bring it forward. Down the inside right channel is John Lundstrom. Lundstrom out to Tavernier. Tavernier for Aribo to Lundstrom again. And just too much on the ball for. The idea was right, trying to work it down the right-hand side of the penalty area, but he got the angle wrong, and it goes out of play for a goal kick. Tomorrow night, Villa against Burnley, live on TalkSport, with all the news as it happens from Everton Palace and Chelsea Leicester.
Sense a bit of an edge in this with the Rangers supporters. A bit quiet and, just waiting for something to happen instead of, trying to get the last G, but it was a good play there from Lundstrom and Tavernier, just overhit the pass, but no, at least they're getting up the pitch and getting forward and trying to create something.
Well, there is a tension that is emanating from away to our left-hand side, born of the fact that Eintracht have had 13 attempts to Rangers 3, and that's despite the fact that possession is in Rangers' favour in the mid-50s. But it is Eintracht that have looked the more potent. That said, Rangers have only had the one real scare in each half. McGregor dealing with the first one very effectively, and a little bit of good fortune, then the deflection taking care of the second one in this half. Ball's with Jack in the midfield for Rangers. He's played back for Goldson. Goldson almost exactly midway inside his own half. Now he comes for Bassi. Bassi to Barisic, straight back again. And the Rangers man, wearing 3, takes a touch, drives it forward, trying to get a Rebo in, but a shout from Kevin Trapp, the goalkeeper, to leave it to his centre-halves is upheld, and it just drifts over their heads and straight through to the goalkeeper, who will be able to play out from the back.
It's obviously part of the game plan to go a little bit longer for Rangers.
Roda heading it on here, this is dangerous. Borre had Lindstrom in support. Borre couldn't get the ball cleanly, and then Goldson with a challenge, and the referee gives a corner. And Goldson just had a telltale look over his shoulder at the referee there to see what he was going to give. Borre, the man that went down. Goldson now saying he should get a yellow card for diving. Charlie, you're seeing a replay, what do you think?
No, it's a corner kick. There's nothing really much in it. I don't think there's much in it, is there? There's no penalty. It's no great defending from Goldson. He goes with the wrong foot. But Rangers have got to try and keep the ball a little bit better, find that midfield. Scott Wright's coming into a good position and getting to the opposite side of So, and they're not using that well enough to get into the pockets that they need to cause Frankfurt problems.
Well, the VAR is having a look at it, and still having a look at it. Paul van Berkel, the Dutch official, is the man who is on VAR duty. And the referee is saying don't take the corner yet. Check is over, and it will be a corner and not a penalty. No surprise from the Frankfurt players. The ball is fired inside the penalty area and dealt with by a Rebo, and then So whacks it over the head of Kostic, just straight out of play for a Rangers throw, and they could just exhale very sharply, get some air in the lungs, draw breath, gather their thoughts, and play out from the back again. It's been a difficult opening 8 minutes in this second half, but it remains most significantly still 0-0.
Yeah, just as that happens, So there puts out the pitch. I can see the manager of Rangers turning around to the supporters to try and G them up, to get them going, to try and get the fans and to get on the players' side, and because they've been under pressure for the first 8 or 9 minutes of the second half.
Just the one win in Spain in their history of 14 attempts, Rangers, which came East Coast in Barcelona back in 1972, one of the club's most famous of nights. Tavernier playing it forward, good little step over from Kamara. Here's a chance, sliced wide, great effort as he came in towards Ryan Kent, and he really should have done better. Lovely step over from Kamara, but that was so much better from Rangers, pushing forward with pace and intent, but Kent couldn't hit the target.
Oh yeah, it's brilliant play from Tavernier to go by Kostic. He puts a great ball in. Kamara probably, if he played it better to Kamara would have probably took it in and had a shot himself, but it goes by a rebound and it drops to Kent. He's got to do better. He's got to hit the target on his left side.
Just 3 goals for Ryan Kent this season, compared to the 13 that he netted last season. And that was a clear-sighted goal that they haven't been able to take. Kamada, the Japanese number 10, playing it forward to Kostic, who's wearing 10 but playing at left wing back. Re-engages Tavernier. Ball inside the penalty area is comfortably claimed and caught at his near post by McGregor. 10 minutes have gone in the second half here on TalkSport. And now the Rangers fans find their voice away to our left-hand side. McGregor bowling it down for Bassi. Bassi taking a touch back towards McGregor again. Now they reverse things. Back out it goes for Bassi. Bassi going square towards Lundstrom, who's just dropped that a little bit deeper. Goldson, Tavernier. Here's Tavernier bringing it forward. Just short of 350 games for Rangers now. And then he's given it away as he played it forward looking for Wright, and it's gone straight out of play for a throw. And it has been error-strewn at times, Charlie.
Yeah, he's on the ball, he's been not been his usual self, but you can never write him off. He always normally pops up by a goal, but Rangers have got to keep using that fullback. Get Lundstrom to keep dropping into the centre-back, because then they're getting out with the fullback. Because Frankfurt obviously pressing on with the 3, but because Wright and Kent are pushing so back, it's making Frankfurt have 5 at the back.
Kevin Trapp clears from inside his own penalty area. The Eintracht goalkeeper's clearance onto the head of Goldson, held back over the top of Rebo. Rebo's in! What a moment! Wow, Rangers! A defensive stumble, and Rebo has just scored. almost went down with him, but he was able to keep his feet, stride forward, draw the goalkeeper, roll it past him, and 12 minutes into the second half, a kick of the ball that could change Rangers history. Frankfurt 0, Rangers 1.
They've dominated for 10 minutes, Frankfurt, but it's like a header back from Goldschmidt to Sol, misses it. Oh, 2-2 slips, and it's a wonderful finish from Aribo. If there's anybody in this position, you need Aribo. He's got quality, he's composed, and it's brilliant finish from Aribo. 1-0. But Rangers can't stop. They've got an opportunity, and they need to try and progress now on this.
He's the only man who's featured in every game in this Europa League run. Well, it's his first goal in it. Boy, has he picked his moment.
Substitution here, straight off from Frankfurt.
Tudor's gone down. Just stumbled. He was just trying to, almost knew that he was caught, and as Aribo was going past, he actually put his arms out almost to try and bring him down. He knew the magnitude of the situation. He has been replaced, and he's replaced by another very experienced Japanese international, Makoto Hasebe, who's played nearly 600 games in his career, 3 World Cups. He'll come on to play in the sweeper's role. You know, Rangers have never lost a game in which Joe Aribo has scored. Will we still be saying that in an hour's time? 58 gone.
Listen, it's what your team mentally or physically you have to do in these big games. You stay in the game as long as you can and wait for an opportunity and create something, and Aribo managed to do that. Listen, it's a slip from the centre-back, but you've got to take it, and Aribo done that brilliantly.
High ball inside the penalty area, chance for an equaliser. What a block! Did it hit a hand?
Oh, shoulder.
Well, they're claiming a penalty. It was Bassi that it hit. It's deflected away and out of play for a corner. It was almost an immediate response. It's brilliant play by Knapp. He's chased a lost cause, hooked it back in, and it fell on the edge of the penalty area for Lindstrom, and Bassi got his rib cage to. There's absolutely no way that is a penalty. It's brilliant defending. Yeah. Crucial defending.
Huge. The Frankfurt
corner comes in, it's headed away by Lundstrom, and then there's a coming together on the edge of the penalty area. Rangers play goes down with a head injury, and play will stop so that the treatment can be administered.
Just listen to this atmosphere. That goal's got the Rangers fans off the seat. It's incredible. They're enjoying it now, but they've got to stick in the game. Make sure when the pressure comes again that they're resolute, and blocks like that from Bassi are going to be massive. And it was the whole bench was up for Frankfurt when that opportunity there for them. They thought it was a penalty. The whole bench were up trying to complain for it, but you know, it was a good block from Bassi.
So those Rangers fans have travelled in their numbers to see a European final that just a few years ago seemed inconceivable. Now they lead in that European final. They have half an hour to keep a clean sheet, to keep the advantage and secure almost messianic status. 1-0 Rangers. Joe Aribo scoring the goal.
This place is bouncing now, isn't it? It's got them going, it's there. But you can't look too far ahead. Next 5-10 minutes are crucial for Rangers. Get to 70 minutes. You know, if you can even nick another goal, would be great, but just make sure that you don't concede.
Now Aribo involved in a challenge here, which has seen Toure go to ground, and there's an angry reaction. Toure has gone down holding his face. Lindstrom, the player that came across and reacted very angrily indeed. Aribo backing in, and his arm was up, not nastily. He's not thrown an elbow by any stretch of the imagination, but he did catch Toure, probably just above the bridge of the nose. The Rangers fans now away to our left-hand side in this double-tiered bowl of a stadium, and they're jumping up and down in unison. Just a wonderful, wonderful sight.
That's called the bouncy. That's what it is. But going back there to Aribo, he catches him a little bit, but not once does he look at the player. he just puts his arm to try and block himself, get his body in, and unfortunately he's caught the defender, but he gets a yellow card as well, just for trying to waste time.
Just seeing another view of the goal.
Great finish.
It was a great finish because he had enough time to appreciate the magnitude of the situation. So the poor defensive header, Tudor not expecting it. He was then under pressure from both him, who tried to wrestle him to the ground, and having beaten him and Dicker, and he still had a couple of seconds. Goalkeeper came out and he just calmly slotted it in like a seasoned pro in his mid-30s. It was a magnificent finish under pressure, and Rangers have something tangible to protect. 62 minutes gone, and it is Eintracht Frankfurt 0, Rangers 1 in the Europa League final.
A little bit of a break here so the defender can get some treatment, and that's what Rangers need after going ahead, and don't get too exuberant. Take a little bit of time, take this the break and enjoy it, and calm down, get organised and refresh.
Listen to that noise. It's only coming from one end of the stadium now. Eintracht Frankfurt supporters stunned almost into silence. Not silent at the other end of the ground, as you can hear. 1-0 Rangers. Toure back on his feet after receiving that treatment. Rangers on the back foot again here with Tavernier. Kostic just goes back for So, whose defensive header caused all those problems for Eintracht. Now to be played for down the left-hand side by Ndicka. Ndicka near the edge of the penalty area. Out towards the corner flag, and Rangers got a goal kick. As the cross comes in, it deflected off Tavernier, straight back into Kostic, and out of play for a goal kick that will be taken away to the right-hand side. When you get to this stage, you're Eintracht. You played well, but you're behind. You think, well, we've only won 3 of the last 13 games. Winning has not been a habit for them. And when you go behind, it must be difficult to avoid the thoughts, oh no, it's all happening again.
Yeah, and then you start rushing things, and you start going long and doing things that you don't want to do from the game plan. But it's important that, like you say, Rangers keep doing what they're good at, and putting pressure on Frankfurt. Make them make mistakes like they got from the goal. There you go again, Roda making a mistake midfield.
And it's brought down to Aribo, right-hand side of the penalty area. Very optimistic appeals from the Rangers fans that should be a penalty, nothing given. Has to be. Plays it away. Kostic just losing his head at the moment, and he's been guilty of a few poor touches in the last few minutes, and that latest one goes out of play for a throw, which will be taken on the Rangers' right. They lead 1-0.
It's amazing how the dynamics of the game's changed. You see now there Roda making mistakes, Kostic now kicking the ball at the pitch. 10-15 minutes ago it was Frankfurt were in the Rangers half. Now Rangers have got a lift from that goal. Aribo is causing so many problems, and Frankfurt don't know what to do to them. Like you say, they're not in good form. They've not won a game since March in the Bundesliga. Yeah, they've won in the Europa League, but domestically they're in poor form, and that will, when you go goal down, it does affect you.
Here's Roda. You expect that Eintracht Frankfurt will have more possession now from this point. It's been 55% to Rangers up to this moment. Only been 2 shots on target. One of them has been one of the most crucial moments in Rangers history. Potentially. All depends how it unfolds from here. Joe Aribo's goal. And we're 20 minutes into the second half. Play forward, turn around the corner very neatly, but couldn't make the most of it from Boré, and then 3 Eintracht Frankfurt players converged on the ball with Goldson, and they came second, third and fourth best to him. Now it's turned down the right-hand side by Lindstrom. Now trying to get the better of Bassi, who took matters into his own hands for a moment, but he won it. And Bassi gets it clear. Brought down at the back by Toure for Eintracht. Men in white trying to get further upfield. Free kick given away by Lundstrom, who has caught his man. It's a free kick which will be taken after Canada was brought down inside the centre circle. 66 gone, 1-0 Rangers.
Yeah, enough try to run Bassi there, and he's just put the arm across him. He says, you're not going anywhere. Brilliant defend from Bassi. 22 years of age, only really started playing this season, and he's been phenomenal this season, and that's brilliant defending there.
Roda clipping it for big chance. Kamada has lobbed it over McGregor and over the bar. A massive chance to equalise, and he hasn't been able to take it. Roda getting it forward, Kamada through one-on-one, and where Aribo kept his nerve earlier, Kamada couldn't. Been very close to being offside. I think he would have been on. McGregor's done brilliantly off his line so quickly. That's made all the difference. Kamada's had to go with real elevation on the lob, and he didn't come down in time for it.
Oh, it's brilliant defence. Gordon Goldson there tries to take a touch. He's under pressure. He slips, and then all of a sudden Roda's got a chance. And Kamada he did too much on the ball and puts over the bar, and brilliant from McGregor to come out and put pressure on him.
Here come Rangers again on the right hand side with Wright. Wright just dispossessed by Roda, goes out of play for a Rangers throw, which will be taken over on that far touchline. Scott Wright, who only started 9 league games this season, but the 3 most significant ones in Europe. And he'll just make his way towards the right hand side of the box. The ball thrown by Tavernier, not to him but back to Lundstrom. Now to Goldson. High ball from Goldson, kept backpedaling. He's done really well to keep it in with the first touch, then a second with his chest. That is quality play.
Yeah, brilliant play from Ken. Takes it with the head and gets us on second ball, but you know, it's important Rangers, let's say, get back to playing across the back and using the time and space, because when Rangers do that, they look a much better team and the opportunities will run. But the longer this game goes, Frankfurt now have got to gamble at some point, and the opportunities will open up for Rangers. And can they counter attack well?
Now Roda's ball over the top, and it'll be chased down the left hand side by Kostic, who'll keep it in down by the corner flag. Ball in from him, well headed away by Bassi. Bounces outside the penalty area. Wright can help it further clear. But Eintracht have it again. 68 gone, 1-0 to Rangers. The Germans coming forward off the left-hand touchline. Kostic wins the throw off Tavernier. Still such an important battle that. Eintracht are going to be making a change in a moment, and it's going to be Jens Hauge, the Norwegian international, who they will be bringing on. Another low left-footed ball in. Oh, McGregor's beaten at the near post. Boré with predatory instincts got across the goalkeeper, flicks it in, and it is 1-1. The lead lasted just 12 minutes, and Rangers have it all to do again. Rafael Boré tying it up in the Europa League final.
Yeah, it's a great finish. Comes from that Tavernier position. Just looking to see the replay of it. Boré again, great finish. He's been in good form in the Europa League over the season. It's a throw-in back to Ndiki. Oh, it's a great pass. That's Kostic again. What a delivery. Left foot, through the legs of Wright in that brilliant area. And Boré, what a finish, getting across Calvin Bassey.
There's no chance for McGregor. He was expecting his defenders to deal with it. There were 2 there. It just got there ahead of Goldson. Boré getting in between Goldson and Bassey. Was never going to miss. Massive celebrations in the Frankfurt end away to our right hand side. More smoke bombs let off. We get to the drinks break in this second half, which will give Rangers the perfect opportunity to regroup, consider what's just happened and how they build in the 20 minutes that remain. But it is 1-1.
I'm just watching here. Tavernier's moaning at Scott Wright. It's a wonderful ball through the legs of Scott Wright, but I believe Conor Golson's got to be further in front. He's got to be in line with the front post. The ball's coming over, he's got to see it. Poor body position. He's not opened his body up. He's there, he's square on, and the ball goes on his right side. Conor Golson should be clearing that. But it's important Rangers now regroup. Like I said, they've got the break now. Regroup, rethink. It's 1-1. Don't go and concede a goal quickly after this.
Well, Eintracht are making a change. Lindstrom off and Hauge on to replace him. Hauge, the player left out of the starting lineup. He scored against Celtic for Milan in the Europa League last season. He's on loan at Eintracht from the Milanese Giants, the Norwegian international, and he is on the second change that they have made. They lost that Tuta to injury. Don't forget, tomorrow morning, all the reaction from pulsating European final Alan Brazil and Ali McCoist and Charlie tomorrow morning. That'll be Agmon Lahore there as well on breakfast between 6 and 10 tomorrow morning here on TalkSport. And your chance to react tonight as well on 03717223344 when we're done here in Seville. And your chance to have your say on national radio on the Sports Bar with Jason Cundy and Jamie O'Hara. 03717223344. We've had the drinks break and Rangers have kicked off again. 1-1 the scoreline. Lundstrom playing it forward for Ken. Oh, Ken, lovely little nutmeg. Tried his second nutmeg as well, but having beaten Torre, he couldn't beat Roda. And the Eintracht Frankfurt skipper dreaming again of getting his hands on the silverware, plays it through the midfield. There's a foul then by Wright. He's going to get a yellow card. It was an angry reaction from Kamada, the player that he unceremoniously stopped. The referee gets him very quickly to stop the two getting involved in some afters, but a yellow card is shown to stop Wright.
Yeah, no, it's a good professional foul. Stop the play, disrupt it. Rangers making the double substitution here. Davis and Sakala coming on.
So Sakala, the first player that is going to be introduced just in a moment. It will be a double change, but it will happen at the next break in play. Eintracht with Kostic trying to get the better of Tavernier, just overran it, almost was able to beat him down by the dead ball line. Tavernier got his angles absolutely right when the cross came in. It did so from behind the dead ball line. So here's the double change. Fashion Sakala and Stephen Davis. Jack is the first player who will make way, and Davis will come on to replace him, a man who played in the final 14 years ago. He's on 49 career goals coming into tonight. What a place this will be to reach the half century. The other man who's coming off is Wright just after that yellow card. Fashion Sakala on for him.
Yeah, Sakala will go off probably up to off the right hand side for a bit of pace. Scott Wright's done okay at times, but yeah, you know, up at 73 minutes now, opportunity to get fresh legs on. Davis will go in there and control that midfield and try and keep the tempo of the game in Rangers' favour.
Well, Davis has just gone across and immediately had a word with Joe Aribo, whether it's a little bit of fine tuning.
Aribo's gone over to the right hand side.
And Sakala is going through the middle at the moment. It's flicked on down towards Aribo on that right flank. Back for Tavernier. Tavernier's boy side the penalty area. Torre with his weaker foot, a miscued clearance. It'll come down now towards the left-hand side for Davis. Now bringing it forward is Kent. No foul on him. Davis again trying to get involved, and it should be cleared relatively easily on the edge of the penalty area. And they get a throw, Eintracht Frankfurt right in front of Gio van Bronckhorst. 74 gone. 1-1.
Listen, it's been a great tempo to the game and atmosphere, and you know, it's starting to pick up now again. The Rangers have scored a goal. Frankfurt coming back into it, but you know, Frankfurt are starting to get a bit of play.
Players stopped here. It's a free kick to Rangers. Goldson's the man that has just gone down inside the Eintracht Frankfurt half of the centre circle. He just got caught there by Borre, the goal scorer. So another chance to get the ball forward. Rangers fans stunned by the equaliser, but they found their voice again. Tavernier has got 9 ahead of him as he prepares to swing this in. Quite a central position, not much angle on it really. He's just driven it towards the left-hand side of the box. Goldson going up for it. Torre's beaten him though, and it'll bounce back down on the right-hand side of the box where now can clear, and he just got caught slightly late by Lundstrom, and it's a free kick which will be taken on the Frankfurt right-hand side. 15 to go. I often say the most significant moment of the night just still ahead of us, and not knowing yet how this is going to pan out. Rangers hanging in there and have done well not to let their heads drop after the frustration of the concession of the goal.
No, it's important that you don't. You know, I say about game changing. When the tide changes, that it's important to recognise that and don't allow Frankfurt to get press play. Say making fouls to stop the play, disrupt the play. What a pass that is!
And Kamada's on the end of it for Eintracht Frankfurt, left-hand side of the penalty area. Tavernier faces him up. He's laid back for Roda around the first challenge. Right for an effort, clipped over the bar. Half chance for Hauge, just about the first touch of the ball. He's Hansen's coming on. He's well set up by Roda, but leaning back, he got the radar all wrong, misses the target, and he goes out of play for a goal kick to McGregor with 13 minutes of normal time to go at one apiece.
Yeah, Hauge's disappointed there. He thought he'd seen the big bright lights there and just put it over the bar, but it was good play from Kostic. Just played a beautiful pass down the outside of Tavernier and put it into space to make him defend, and in the end he'll get a shot just over the bar from it.
Rangers hoping to be European winners. The son of the European winners had a good night tonight. Nigel Clough's Mansfield Town winning at Northampton 1-0 on the night, 3-1 in aggregate. They're in the League 2 playoff final. We've got all three of those playoff finals coming your way on TalkSport, starting this weekend with Sunderland against Wycombe in League 1. 77 gone here in Seville. Ball is cleared down the Rangers left-hand side. Barisic complaining that nobody was making a passing angle for him. It's going straight out of play for a throw, which Eintracht will take, and they got it at the back with Hasebe. Hasebe through the midfield, so almost able to get it into the blonde-haired Hauge's path. Cleared by Bassi. Oh, Fasha Sakala putting pressure on Hasebe, but he's pushed him on the edge of the box, and that's a let-off because he was just by being there causing Hasebe all kinds of problems, and he's given him an easy out.
Yeah, he gave him an easy out. He's got an opportunity. He had him for pacer, facing his own goal. He was only going to go back to his goalkeeper. Don't put pressure and allow him to make a foul, and he does that, and they regain possession.
Fasha Sakala scored 12 goals this season, but hasn't scored in his 12 European ties for Rangers. Tonight is night. Tavernier able to turn away. Lundstrom looking for another long diagonal ball. Just couldn't quite get the pace on it to get it to Kent. It's knocked away by Torre. Kent in there strongly again. Can't divert it past So to Hasebe. Hasebe to his left-hand side and straight back by the young Frenchman Ndika, and then clip to the outside of the right boot four from Torre before Boré, the goal scorer, is fouled, and it's a free kick to Frankfurt on halfway. 1-1, Aribo on 57, Boré on 69, and we've got 11 minutes of normal time to go. Charlie out.
Yeah, big 11-12 minutes for Rangers here. You know, Barisic doesn't have to foul him, he barges him in the bag. There's no need for it. It's not going anywhere. So it's important the Rangers keep their head, get disciplined now. They're starting to get Kostic on the set plays and going to put it in a good area.
Well, Kostic with one of these in the first half from a little bit closer than this one. This is 10 yards inside the Rangers half, but he got the weight absolutely right to drop it in front of McGregor. That one's not bad either. McGregor having to tip it over the bar. It was hit in left-footed, maybe over-hit for the players because Rangers kept a high line. Eintracht couldn't get there, but the bounce was horrible, top spin on it, and McGregor had to take a hasty step back and help it on its way over the bar after the bounce and out for a corner.
Oh, it's a wonderful ball. That's the area you want to hit, just in front of that 6-yard box. Get a bit of top spin on it, and he did that, and it put Alan McGregor under pressure. But I think the whole game, I think Kostic is probably the best player in the past. Delivery's been brilliant.
Another corner from him. Davis heads it away, and out of play for a throw, but it'll be taken by Kostic at 8 yards back from that corner flag. Just throws it very quickly towards the byline. They thought they got another corner, but 2 or 3 of the Eintracht players appealed for it. Goal kick has been given, and then Alan McGregor is going to take it. We're into the final 10. That's been a European run in which there have been some very significant late goals. Will we see another one here, or are we heading for extra time? Goal kick to be taken by McGregor. Away to our right-hand side. Launched long into the Andalusian night sky. And it bounces down up ahead of them, Dicker, and out of play for a Rangers throw near the edge of the Eintracht penalty area. Taken quickly by Tavernier into the feet of Joe Aribo, and then cleared by one Eintracht player into another. It hit Kamada and goes straight out of play for a throw. Taken quickly again by Rangers. Camera working it back out towards the right-hand side, but Glenn Kamara's ball forward just catches Tavernier offside. And it's a free kick that Eintracht will take. 9 left. What about changes, Charlie? What are you thinking? When do they bring Kemar Roof on?
Well, he's they're warming up now with Diallo and Balogun, so it looks like, you know, he's doing a bit of an extensive warm-up, so I'm not surprised. I won't be surprised to see him in the next couple of minutes at least.
Both sides have made 2 changes up to this point. 8.5 minutes left. Goldson heading the ball forward. It's 1 apiece on TalkSport, the Europa League final live from Seville. Hasselby turning it back inside his own penalty area, able to find his goalkeeper. Kevin Trapp launches it long upfield. Bassi battling with Hauger, wins it, but all too easy for Eintracht to get their foot back on the ball in the midfield. Dropped behind Roda, and then it's played back for Trapp again. No Rangers player really trying to put any pressure on. I thought that Adrian Durham to my left-hand side was inviting that, urging somebody forward, but then it strikes me he's probably trying to deal with a mosquito.
No, I think he's trying to push Sakala to try and press the goalkeeper. It's important that, like I said, not allowing the goalkeeper just have an easy time. Sakala's fresh, he needs to go and put the goalie under pressure to make him kick long. But it's great defending again, go back to Bassi there, gets his body in front of Hogue, and then Rangers get the goal kick.
Calvin Bassi, only the 75th game of his career. 49 of those have come this season. And it just shows what a breakthrough campaign it has been for him. And he took it of a half century in the cup of the weekend. Of course, Rangers' season doesn't finish here. Got that cup final against Hearts on Saturday. 7 minutes left of normal time in the Europa League final. I tell you, every Hearts fan is just got everything crossed and nothing happening between here and the end of normal time, so the Rangers have got another 30 minutes in the legs.
But we've seen it before, you know, they come away in Europe for a played extra time, and then they went and dominated Celtic in a semi-final. So this group of players have got lots of energy, they're fit, they're hungry. The big thing for them is if there was a disappointment, how they react to it. But at the moment, 8-10 minutes to go, you know, they're in a good position.
Eintracht Frankfurt have the ball 15 yards outside the penalty area. Clever little flick off from Roda. It's back for Nauf. He's all right foot, and Barisic did well to make sure that he didn't get the chance to show his left. Rangers working forward very quickly. Sakala trying to take on Hasselby. Hasselby stuck out of foot and flicked it away. Sakala reacted quickly enough to be able to get to it, and Davis plays it through the midfield for Lundstrom. Back for Stephen Davis again. Turned round the corner. Brilliant turn. Great play by Glenn Kamara. Sakala straight into the hands of the goalkeeper and not into the feet of Aribo.
Yeah, it comes from Davis. A bit of calm, composure. Lends it to Lundstrom. Back to Davis. Little flick around the corner from Barisic. And that's what he needed at this stage, but it takes a deflection, it goes to the goalkeeper hands. But Rangers will be a threat with Sakala. It's important, like I say, not come to feet. Make sure he stretches that defence. We're tired, and you've seen with the goal what happened. You know, a little slip, and Aribo finished it well. So it's important that Sakala doesn't keep coming to the ball. He wants to run in behind.
Roda plays it forward. Kamada has it for Eintracht down towards the edge of the penalty area. Coming back infield now to Kamada again. Hauger trying to work it inside the penalty area. That one is easily cleared by Bassi. Whacked forward from the back. Eintracht forced to go back inside their own half to regain possession, but Frankfurt can just bring it forward once more with Hasselby played to his right, and now forward down towards Roda. Roda launched towards the edge of the box, backpedaling. Lundstrom's done really well. Good clean control from him. Davis to Barisic, left-footed ball forward from Barisic. Hasselby's control a little bit awkward. He'll get a second opportunity as it's played back to him from Toure, who immediately tells the veteran to go back to his goalkeeper. It's cleared by Kevin Trapp over the halfway line. Calvin Bassey with the legs in a long line of important headers away, and then Kent making life difficult for Hauger, almost embarrassed him. It's launched long by Eintracht, and Tavernier calms things down and chests it back to his goalkeeper, and Charlie Adam. We're in the final 5 minutes. It's 1-1.
Yeah, it's down to can Rangers produce one bit of magic from now to the final whistle? Is it Kent? Is it a Sakala or a Rebo in the front three positions? But it's important now the Rangers, let's say, don't go too gung-ho, but be a little bit cautious.
You can see the goal here either side, and there's very little opportunity to be able to get yourself back into it. It's very difficult getting that risk-reward balance to be spot on. Stephen Davis in the midfield, veteran of more than 700 games in his club career, well over 800 for club and country. Goes out to the right-hand side for Tavernier, bringing it forward here for Rangers. 1-1 with 3.5 minutes of normal time to go. Tavernier not happy, just expecting Glenn Kamara to make a run forward for him there, but he didn't, and the ball just innocuously rolls through for Kevin Trapp in the Eintracht Frankfurt goal. No,
it's disappointing. It's a poor pass from Tavernier. He flicks it over the head of Sakala and expected to run. Come and play to feet and play short to him.
Hauger. Now played down towards the right flank again for Knauf. Knauf trying to take on Barisic. Right-footed ball in. Barisic got his angles right. The Croatian defender doing really well to block it. And then Kent brilliantly leaves Roda almost sprawling. Kent through the midfield. Out towards the right for Aribo, the score of the Rangers goal. Aribo with a clever little nutmeg. Kamara couldn't supply the return ball, and Eintracht cheaply win it back. Going to be a change with Jakic, the midfielder, coming on shortly, possibly for Roda, for Eintracht Frankfurt. We've got 87 minutes on the clock. It is still one apiece. Rangers have it in the midfield, but inside their own half, with Stephen Davis to Tavernier, now to Goldson. Rangers bring it forward, but only edge it forward, almost yard by yard at the moment. Barisic though with a little bit more space with which to work. Just looks up, plays a conservative ball back to the heart of his defence for Bassey. Now to Lundstrom. Lundstrom to his right hand side for Goldson. And Goldson couldn't work it forward again for Tavernier. Tavernier, tired attempt to try and beat his man Kostic, and he's got to get back into position as Hauger makes his way forward, and Hauger played the wrong side of striker Boré, really. Very nearly got him in between Lundstrom and Bassey, but the pass wasn't all that it might have been. Now Sakala's given it away. And they'll find Boré this time on the right-hand side of the penalty area with 90 seconds of the 90 minutes to go. Right-footed ball in from Boré. Tavernier misses his header. Falls for Kostic. Kostic firing it in! Across the face of goal and wide.
All that comes to Sakala, not holding the ball up. His strength is running. Why does he want to come to the ball? He's not good enough to control it and hold it up and lay it off. Run the channel and stretch the Frankfurt defence for your team. You're in the 88th minute, 89th minute, and you want to come to the feet. Poor control. But again, it gets into getting out to Kostic, and it's a wonderful delivery. This boy's, I've been impressed with him all night. I think he's been the best player on the pitch, and he's got a wonderful left foot. And you know, let's say Rangers were lucky that Kamada just never got in the back post there.
He's been round the block a little bit, Filip Kostic. He's nearly in his 30s now, but he's had a fine game. Sebastian Roda comes off, and he's replaced by Jakic. Third Eintracht Frankfurt change, and it's made in the 90th minute, and there is going to be a fair bit of time to be added on. We've had a cooling break in the second half and some bits of treatment as well. 30 seconds to go. And we'll find out from the fourth official how many extra minutes are going to be added on. 1-1 the scoreline. Ball is over on the Eintracht Frankfurt left. It looks as though it's going to be offside. The flag is indeed put up against Kamada. And a free kick which will be taken by McGregor. Will be in stoppage time by the time he's retrieved the ball from in front of the hoardings just close to those Eintracht Frankfurt supporters. And the fourth official shows 5 minutes. 5 minutes to be a hero and get it done in regulation time, or navigate the perilous 15-minute spells of extra time.
It wouldn't. Listen, the game has been quite level, even, isn't it? There's not been too much in the game, and would extra time suit both teams?
Davis, Glenn Kamara inside the penalty area, gets the return ball. Glenn Kamara tried a little toe poke, didn't come off for him. It'll break for Fashion Sakala here. To his left hand side for Barisic, and it's going to be a throw right down by the corner flag, which will be taken by Rangers. But all of a sudden there was a little bit of tempo, and listen to the response from those Rangers supporters. Throw to be taken right in front of a flag that says Tweed Valley Loyal. Down from border country to support their club tonight. Barisic to take this throw in stoppage time, in the second of the 5 minutes of stoppage time. It's 1-1 on TalkSport. Ball coming towards the edge of the penalty area. Davis can't get there, so clears it. And Barisic will take a third throw in quick succession. This one a little bit deeper than the previous two. Jakic is in there, trying to make life difficult for Sakala. Clearance is much more up than out, and then Bassi just sees Borre use his experience, and the striker has bought a free kick off Calvin Bassi, just leaning back into him, felt the contact, went to ground, gets the free kick, and decided to be able to play.
It's good play. The team's under pressure 90 odd minutes of the game, and you buy a foul like that, but knows good opportunity there. But the Rangers now going to have extra time. Are they looking maybe to bring on a Scott Arfield, somebody like that, to try and give them more energy, maybe take Glenn Kamara off? But I thought that was Glenn Kamara's moment. I did say at the start of the show that I thought he would be the match winner, but unfortunately he never managed to finish it like he did against Leipzig.
Bassi with a clearance, Torre with another clearance which fell straight for Kent. Kent loses possession to substitute Jakic, who makes his way forward, but it's going to be a Rangers ball. 2.5 minutes to go. 1-1 between Eintracht Frankfurt and Rangers. We are heading seemingly for extra time. How are your nerves? Can you take it? The Rangers subs, Charlie just talked about who might come on. These are the subs that haven't been used yet. Balogun, Sands and King, Ramsey, Arfield, Lowry, Ahmad and Roof, as well of course as the two goalkeepers. Swung forward from that deep free kick from Barisic. It's headed on well through the midfield by Davis, goes out for another Rangers throw. Can they get one of these right? It's only going to take one moment of inspiration. No time for an equaliser if Rangers can score now.
That'll be incredible. If they score now, the scenes will be incredible. It's important to just set it up right and hopefully get it back to Barisic, put a good delivery into the box.
Barisic takes the throw. Kent has done well, got to the byline, beats one, couldn't beat a second, but it fall for Barisic, takes the touch, gets to the byline, his ball in, disappointing cross, it's relatively easily cleared and then sliced away by a very tired looking Nauf, and out of play for another throw, which will be taken on the Rangers left.
Yeah, I'll be draining now on these players. They've worked hard. There's been a good tempo and good pace to the match. Hot weather and the heat cramp will be starting to set in now.
Here's Barisic again. He's got it in. Did well to get it in, but a header on the clearance. And Eintracht will be able to get it upfield. Goldson gets there first, got caught. And that might be a yellow card. It was Kostic, a genuine attempt to win the ball, but Goldson always had that yard of pace. Goldson, to his credit, accepts a hand of apology from Kostic. No yellow card, it's a throw which will be taken by Rangers on halfway, and we're going to be going to extra time. It's 1-1.
There's an opportunity maybe to get it in the box if they can. It's extra time. It's always difficult. Extra time, as they say, you can get a sub on, and freshen up Rangers. This Frankfurt team, a couple of boys look like they're struggling.
It's launched long from the free kick by Goldson. And it comes down towards Jack. Jack playing it back inside the centre circle. Barisic has it now. How many seconds left? 10 seconds left in this 5 minutes. Goldson. Back to Bassi. Long left-footed ball fall from Bassi, and that is that. We've played 90 minutes. A goalless first half. They traded goals in the second. Joe Aribo giving Rangers the lead, but it was an advantage they only held for 12 minutes before Rafael Borre who scored the winner at home to West Ham in the second leg of the semi-final, broke Rangers' heart. Still, all to play for. We're heading for extra time in the final. It is one apiece. Yeah, Glenn Kamara off, Scotty Arfield on to replace him, the man who's Steven Gerrard's first signing for the club. Just signed a new one-year deal for next season. Plenty of experience in the midfield now, and him and Davis between them, north of 1,500 career games. So they're there, they know what it's all about. Will they be able to help Rangers get over the line? Rangers lining up, McGregor in goal, Tavernier, Goldson, Bassi and Barisic, and Lundstrom, Davis and Arfield, and then Aribo, Sakala and Kent as the forward three. Referee Vincic just waiting for the signal from the television floor manager to get the game back underway. Rangers in all blue, and they're kicking from left to right as they did in the first half of normal time. And Eintracht Frankfurt now in all white, kicking from right to left, defending the end of the ground that houses their supporters, who stand, many of them, with arms up above their head, particularly those at the bottom of the lower tier, the Rangers fans, as Charlie said, doing the bouncy earlier. Well, it's just not a hush that's fallen over the ground, far from it, but more of a sort of a considered nervous tension from the supporters as they watch now, with the finishing line getting ever closer. First free kick of extra time is just given by the referee. In fact, Eintracht have got two players down here. Torre is one of them. He's going to be able to get back to his feet. And the other just on halfway. Is it? Trying to see who that is that got hurt down there. It's Jakic, who came on for them not long before half-time. The Rangers take the throw and sportingly return possession to Eintracht Frankfurt inside their own penalty area. Bit of shadow boxing at the beginning of extra time. It's one apiece here on TalkSport. Charlie Allen.
Yeah, Rangers just going back to a little bit of a back five there with four in midfield and leaving Aribo up front. Sakala's come back over to this right-hand side and left Aribo up top. So no, it's a little bit of a different shape for them in this first half of the extra time.
And what are your thoughts about what the thinking behind it for Gio?
Because I think that Sakala will be able to stretch on the outside, and Aribo's very good at, let's say, coming to the ball and holding it and get the runners from into out, which has been causing problems when they got it, right, and Kent picked up a lot of space in their pocket. So Sakala will look to try and do that if he can, but Lundstrom going back in and following Kamada everywhere he goes.
Now Kostic with another perceptive ball forward. Hauger chased it. John Lundstrom covered his run but forced the toe poke behind, and the first corner of extra time goes Eintracht Frankfurt's way. It's their ninth of the game. A long time since Rangers have had one. Corner which will be taken on the left flank. 92 gone, one apiece in the final. Kostic in towards the near post. Good defensive header away, and then cleared emphatically further upfield by Kent. And had to be the Japanese international's now got the captain's armband now that Roda has gone off. He just plays it back to his goalkeeper trap, and back it comes out for Makoto Hasabe again. Hasabe still inside his own half. Rangers will just push forward. Lundstrom, as Charlie was saying, now on the right hand side of three centre halves really, but they've been able to play Kostic through towards Hauger and play through pretty easily. Great recovery from Bassi. It's another tremendous contribution. Just fouled in the process, I think. Comes down towards Kent on this near side. Thought that might have gone out of play for a Eintracht throw. Play goes on. Aribo's done well. Heads it down. Arfield can play it out towards the left-hand side. Sakala with an opportunity to bring it forward now for Rangers. Right in the challenge of Jakic, who's gone square for Arfield, and it's over the bar.
Yeah, good play from Kent into Aribo, out the other side, back into Arfield, and he just shoots over the bar. But good play. Rangers building now in this game, and let's say give confidence to the supporters, because they need to try and lift the fans as well, and things like that will definitely do it.
You turned on expecting to hear the sports bar as per usual. It will follow us here in Seville. Plenty to react to tonight, whatever happens from here. And you can do so with the boys on 03717223344. Lines are open right now. Naf coming in from the right wing back position. Back it goes for Jibril So. So forward, little step over from Hauger, who's brought a little bit of invention since coming on. Out towards Sakala, those Rangers win it back. Sakala still only on halfway, faced up by Ndika. Oh, Ndika just pulling up for a moment. He hurt himself. I just wonder whether he's slightly...
Maybe a bit of cramp, because let's say Sakala's fresh and he wants to... He nearly run him there, and that's what Rangers have to do. Get Sakala on it and put Ndika under pressure.
Yeah, they need to try and isolate players against Ndika just for a moment now. Stephen Davis, back for Lundstrom, Goldson, and Massey will play it out to the left flank. Viking clap now with the Eintracht Frankfurt supporters. Oh, mistake by Bassi, stumbled in possession. An opportunity inside the penalty area, and McGregor came out and stopped Borry getting a clean shot towards the ball. It's deflected wide for a corner. It could have been so much worse. And you think how Rangers' goal came with a defensive stumble and a poor piece of play. Rebo capitalising on it. Bassi very nearly repaid the favour. He stumbled, but he got back to his feet in time just to come back and make a sliding intervention and stop Borré's shot being an effective one.
It's brilliant. It's poor defending, but it's brilliant. A great attitude to go back and get back, and it's a great block in the end to give away the corner. But his pace to get back, recovery pace was brilliant, and Rangers now in the...
Yeah, from the corner, Kent is claiming, and so are the Rangers fans, that he was just fouled by Torre. The referee says no, and Eintracht lay down towards the left hand side for Jakic, and Jakic trying to take on Tavernier, and Tavernier has been fouled, and the cheers from the Rangers fans are ironic ones. They think they should have had a free kick much further up the field. All going on, Charlie?
Yeah, no, it was a long ball there. Jakic just tried to go by Tavernier. He gets his body in, good foul that he needed. But going back to the Bassi thing, he's been magnificent, and it would have been a poor end, a sad end for him to do that. But he recovered well, got his pace back, and managed to get away for a corner.
Rangers take the free kick. Work forward by McGregor for Lundstrom to Goldson to Bassi, and now to the left hand side for Barisic, and now they go back the same way. Bassi, Goldson, Lundstrom. He works it forward for Fashion Sakala. Tavernier chipping it forward, hoping to get Sakala in, but he slightly sliced it and goes out of play for a throw which will be taken on the left-hand side by Eintracht Frankfurt. Something just thrown onto the pitch there. Is it a lighter maybe? Down onto the pitch. Couldn't see where that had come from. It's been retrieved, and Eintracht will restart with a throw. Lundstrom poke that throw away to Tavernier. Now to Goldson. Davis played in, gets instruction to turn immediately, and there's space on the Rangers left, but it's worked back the other way instead. Goldson to John Lundstrom again. Still the possession in Rangers' favour, but probably that advantage smaller now than it's been for a good 30-40 minutes or so. 53-47 in Rangers' favour. The shot count 18-7 to Eintracht Frankfurt, but 1-1's the most important statistic, and Rangers win a throw here, which they'll take about 20 yards inside the Eintracht half. Frankfurt are going to make another change, and they're going to be bringing Lenz on in a moment. Defender. I don't know whether it'll be Ndika that will make way. We talked about the fact that he was struggling a few moments ago, and Lenz, wearing 25, is going to be coming on in a moment. Goldson has the ball at his feet. He literally stopped for a moment, but then plays a lovely long ball forward for Kent, who has won a throw to be taken midway inside Eintracht Frankfurt territory. They're going to make the change now. Doesn't look like it. Still waiting. So another throw. Two Rangers. Dropped into the feet of the goal scorer Joe Rebo. It's a great turn from him, and he's made his way inside the penalty area, but he couldn't beat Hasebe, and the Japanese defender will be able to clear. Get it over halfway. Bassi prevents Boré getting a run towards the ball. There were complaints from the South American, but just good defending from Calvin Bassi. And Goldson was able to mop up and play it forward towards Davis, and now Davis to Lundstrom and back again, and Goldson will also be able to work it through the midfield. Rangers also are going to be making a change very shortly, and Sands is going to be coming on for them. Lundstrom at the back. 9 minutes gone in extra time. So we're in the 100th minute of the night. And it's one apiece. And here's Arfield for Rangers. Kent has made a good run forward ahead of Barisic, and the Croatian plays it down to him, and Kent still got pace at this late stage. Left-footed ball, chips inside the area. Sakala coming to meet it, guides it down. Arfield can't quite get into a shooting position. Sau clears it, helped on by Hauger. Great header through midfield for Kamada, and Rangers are stretched to the back. And Bassi's pace is going to be good enough for him to get goal side of now and force him into a hurried effort, which goes over the bar, but it is getting increasingly stretched. 100 gone. It's one apiece.
Yeah, brilliant pace from Ken. He's destroyed Torre there on that left-hand side. He couldn't keep up with him, and he hangs all there. Sakala has got to do that, but there's a few now going down with cramp. Maybe Sands could be coming on for Lundstrom.
Well, Christopher Lenz is going to come on to replace Ndicka, so that's a straight swap on the left-hand side of the back three for Eintracht Frankfurt. And Sands is indeed going to be introduced. James Sands, who is an American international, signed with an 18-month loan deal from New York City. And the Rangers man wearing 19 is going to come on. And he is going to be replacing a Rebo, which is an interesting change.
Yeah, no, I think he's done brilliant. He gets his goal. He's got his goal tonight. But he's held up well when he's went into that position. But no, fresh legs up there. I think Scott Arfield now will go and play in that position, that sort of false 9 position where he can come off and get the runners of Sakala and Kent in there. Sands will look to go back to centre back and Lundstrom back into midfield.
So Sands comes on, straight away he's over to Lundstrom, and he's just telling him what the plan is, and Charlie, you've called it absolutely correctly, of course. And Sands will play on the right of the three centre-halves, Lundstrom in the midfield, Sakala on the right, Kent on the left up top, and Arfield as a false 9. And here is Sands, first touch of the ball for him, and he just makes sure that it's a decent one, controls it, turns it back for Goldson, and now Goldson will play to his left-hand side, and Bassi has the opportunity to bring it forward again. 101 minutes gone, still hot enough to make you sweat, even if you're just standing watching, let alone playing in it. And here's Tavernier down towards the dead ball line. Oh, he's skinned Kostic. His touch is a little bit heavy. He's pulled it back. Opportunity for Sakala. Right-footed effort from Davis. He's blocked on the edge of the area, and Eintracht smack it clear. And now Goldson's involved in a foot race with Boré. Boré, the out ball, and always a dangerous one. He's run from inside his own half, but he's handled it under pressure from Goldson, and Rangers get a free kick. But that's a warning shot across the bows, because that long agricultural pump forward to try and get Boré isolated against Goldson could be dangerous.
Absolutely, and that's where you go to three at the back to try and be a little bit more defensive, and all of a sudden one long pass ends at 1v1, Boré against Goldson. If Goldson maybe went there injured or he slipped or whatever, you can't allow that to happen, especially when you're on your edge of the box. Important that Goldson and Bassi are talking to what's in front of them. Davis had the shot on the edge of the box, so that means that Lundstrom has to sit and protect a little bit more.
3 minutes of the first half of extra time to go. Rangers send a high ball forward, which sails over Tavernier and straight out of play. And it's a throw which will be taken on the Eintracht Frankfurt left. Sports bar coming up after us, so 3717 223344. And you can book your calls right now to speak to Jason Cundy and Jamie O'Hara. Tomorrow morning on breakfast, all the reaction that if you wish to shake a stick at. What will Alan Brazil's mood be like? Still, I'm no closer to knowing, really. Ali McCoist and Charlie.
Do you think he's watching?
Probably not. He might be watching through his fingers from behind the sofa. I think Rangers fans are doing that as well. And then, of course, Jim White from here in Spain tomorrow, along with Simon Jordan between 10 and 1. Also, always a compelling listen, but more so tomorrow, depending on what happens tomorrow. 90 seconds of this first period of extra time to go. The ball is out of play. Rangers have a throw inside Eintracht Frankfurt territory. Tavernier takes it. Boré play, drops deep and gets on the end of a deflection. And now he can play it through the midfield for Jakic, and Jakic will go to his right-hand side for now. He's got Hauger making a run ahead of him. Rangers have very quickly got line of 5 back behind the ball. Cleverly flicked in it, flicked off the back of Hauger and then off the back of Bassi, but he's cleared.
Barisic has got to get closer. He's allowing Nath just to run at him and cause him all sorts of problems. Got to get tight, put him under pressure higher back up the pitch. Rangers look comfortable at the moment, just going back to that back 5 with a 4-1. It's like they've matched up in formations, and listen, at the moment where we are at, minutes ago in the first period, nobody really wants to give anything away, so both looking sort of a little bit more defensive at the moment.
Lens to Hasabi, who plays it forward for his compatriot Kamada. Boré sees the ball run across him, Rangers able to get it away. Tyre clearance from Barisic, but an effective one on their fashion. Sakala is blocked off. And a free kick goes Rangers' way, but inside their own half. 20 seconds of this first period of extra time to go, and it's still 1-1.
That's all he has to do. Get out your feet, put it in behind, and run the defender. Run him, put him under pressure, make him go the other way. And, he's got the pace to beat anybody on this pitch.
1 additional minute to be played. And Connor Goldson is going to come across to take this free kick. Just waste a few seconds, just ensure that Eintracht Frankfurt, if they get possession back, don't have the opportunity to break forward quickly. Goldson again has misplaced the pass for Tavernier, who made a quick darting run at the right-hand touchline, but he's overhit it. That's been a trait that we've seen on several occasions. Arfield has won the ball back cleanly from So in the midfield. Now Kent has it. Was he fouled? Referee's been consistent because he says no. And Eintracht get it away towards halfway. Goldson hooks it forward, flicked on well by Lundstrom. Lundstrom then loses out. Eintracht turning over possession in the midfield with Jakic. Jakic to So, but he's still inside his own half. Plays it back to the centre half. Lens, high left-footed ball forward from him. Backpedaling Barisic, off balance, hence it away. Was he caught by Nath? It looked like it. And it's going to be a free kick to Rangers, but there won't be time to take it. The referee has brought his first period of extra time to an end, and they'll very quickly switch around. 15 to go. It's 1-1 at half-time and extra time, Adrian. And Frankfurt have made another change. Aydin Kristic has come on in the midfield, and he has replaced So. So it's another straight swap. The Australian international coming on. 1-1. 15 minutes to go, and then maybe penalties. It has been one apiece for 36 minutes now. Will it stay that way over the next quarter of an hour? A whole European campaign. This is Rangers' 19th game in Europe this season, and it all comes down to the next 15 minutes. Please be a moment of brilliance and not a huge individual error that settles it either way. Fashion Sakala's done really well to keep that in. Played in towards Arfield, cleared out as far as Lundstrom. Lundstrom, Davis, turning it forward. It's Barisic, sets the side. So not a bad effort. Goalkeeper got his hands to it and beat it away. I don't think he was expecting it. Davis back in. The far post too deep for Tavernier. Really bright start from Rangers. They haven't started any of the halves particularly well, except for this one on the front foot from the very off. And Barisic trying his luck of stinging the palms of the goalkeeper.
Oh, it's a good strike. Just moves in the last minute. The goalkeeper just didn't want to try and catch it. Parries it wide. Parries it down towards his feet. But it's a great strike from Barisic. I think it's encouraging for Rangers. Coming in at second half of the extra time to go and, like you say, first 30 seconds, have an opportunity. Like I say, that's got the Rangers fans lifted again and giving themselves a lift.
Davis slides in, can't make the tackle. Hauger towards the edge of the penalty area for Eintracht Frankfurt. Kristic just wide.
Oh, it's just drops. It's perfect. Rolled him on the left-hand side of the box on his left foot, and he just dragged it wide from Alan McGregor.
Australian of Croatian origin, Aydin Kristic, that very nearly a goal, his first contribution. McGregor has the ball in his hands. He just spots it down now on the edge of the 6-yard box. 13 minutes of extra time to go. It's still Eintracht Frankfurt 1, Rangers 1. A long clearance played forward by McGregor. Bounces down for Goldson. Goldson hooking it right-footed, straight out of play for a throw that will be taken on the left-hand side by Eintracht. Worked for by Kamada. One again in the air by Bassi, who just stayed down for a moment, but he's made a strong stuff. He's back on his feet, but he's out of position. Now running it forward. Barisic committed. It flicked him, and then the ball hit his head as he was on the way down. And Rangers get a free kick inside their own penalty area. 108 gone, 1-1 the scoreline on TalkSport.
Yeah, just really there with a little bit of cramp there, but he does well to get it with his head, and yeah, he's just cramp. It's, Rangers. This is what Rangers have to worry about, is cramp. Players going down too easy. Too easy, but struggling with cramp, because you don't want the game to finish with 10 men and then allow Frankfurt back into the match to then take over.
Still the noise comes from the Rangers supporters away to our left. Something about hot, sticky, sunny days in May and football, and the combination of them and the atmospheres that they can provoke, and this has been no different. A showpiece occasion, and still we've got no idea who's going to be winning and celebrating, and we're not too far away from finding out. Goldson with a long ball forward over everybody's head, out of play for a goal kick. Extra time, you don't often see periods of extra time that are immersed in high quality. That's completely understandable with the number of miles that the players have run and what they've put themselves through, particularly at the end of a long, arduous season. This is Rangers' 64th game of the campaign.
It's incredible, isn't it?
It makes me tired thinking about it.
64 games.
We'll win number 41 be forthcoming, that's what matters. 41 today, 42 at the weekend, and will be the perfect end to a sparkling season. Rangers have it, bring it forward here with Sakala. It's going to break Davis's way in the midfield, and he's done well just to scoop it to his left-hand side. Now it comes in from Barisic. Rangers have a man over at the far post. It's Lundstrom, but it didn't quite get into a position that he could pull the trigger. Krustic saw to that, and now they'll be able to bring it away with Hauge towards halfway. Hauge with an opportunity to run at Davis, and still Hauge can bring it forward. Clever reverse ball. Kamada played it forward. That looked like handball, and the referee says it was by Sands. It was very deliberate. He's lucky to escape a yellow card there, because he knew exactly what he's doing. In fact, play restarts with a throw. I thought he deliberately thrown an arm at that to deflect it away. It must have hit him high enough up the arm, past the t-shirt line, that it was deemed to be a legitimate touch, but he certainly seemed to lean into it to flick it away from Kostic.
I think the referee's had a good game. I think he's let it flow. He's trying to keep the game moving, and I think he's had a good final.
Very highly regarded Slavko Vincic. He's kept his cards in his pocket when others may well not have done. 10 minutes of extra time to go. Sports Bar follows us at the end of the game, and the trophy lift, when we're done here in Seville, will be with Jason and Jamie. Ball over the line and out of play from Eintracht Frankfurt throw, but inside their own half. 111 gone. Kamada through the centre circle to his right hand side, the centre half Torre will be able to bring it forward. Their centre halves haven't been anything like as proactive in an attacking capacity as Rangers have, but Nauf tries his luck. Goldson can skewer that one clear. Left footed ball in. It's coming together inside the area. Referee says no foul. It was Bassi on Kamada, and maybe Kamada was looking for it, but the referee very quickly got his hands and waved them across his body to say no foul, and play goes on.
He's opened his shoulder. No, it's never been a penalty. He runs for the back. Bassi doesn't actually see where he is. He loses him, and he goes down too easy. Kamada.
Davis. Back back for Rangers to Sands. High right-footed ball forward from him. Arfield will chase. Just gambled on Hasselby missing it. He didn't. The Rangers pick up the seconds with Lundstrom. Lundstrom firing it down towards Kent. A slightly tired piece of control from Kent. Then he's poked it forward for Barisic. Barisic chases after it. Sliding challenge puts it out of play from Jakic, but it's a Rangers throw level with the edge of the Eintracht Frankfurt penalty area. It feels like one of those parties that we've been to now where you go, it's a nice house at the beginning of the night, and all of a sudden you're sort of 2 hours in and the whole place is looking a little bit ramshackle. That's how it feels here, with passes going astray and flags that were waving resplendently before the game are now draped in a tired manner over hoardings. Sakala can't control the ball played inside the penalty area, and it's cleared easily enough by Lenz towards halfway, and then a diving header from Goldson is brilliant. Turns it through the midfield for Lundstrom. Shot from distance from Kent. On target, but the goalkeeper can make a comfortable catch, and we're 7 minutes from a penalty shootout.
Yeah, it's good play from Lundstrom to find Kent. Comes off this left hand side into the number 10 position. Actually takes the deflection off Scott Arfield. And it goes quite simply into the goalkeeper's hands. But no, listen, I can see one or two Rangers players now going down with cramp, and Barisic and Goldson struggling a little bit, so they need to watch that. But hopefully we're going back to this big house and it's clean and it's empty after with a trophy.
Well, it'd be nice, wouldn't it? Let's hope it's got a trophy cabinet in it. Right-footed ball inside the penalty area from Eintracht Frankfurt is too steep for the near-post run of Hauger. Now for fired it in towards the back stick. Krustic, 15 outside the penalty area, setting up an opportunity which flies just over the bar. That was mighty close from Jakic. He struck it beautifully, and McGregor in vain waved the left hand at it. I don't think he'd have had it covered, but it went over the bar. Out of play for a goal kick. Barisic now is being attended to. He's suffering from cramp. We've got 6 minutes to go in extra time.
Oh, it's wonderful technique from Jakic. He comes across his body and he opens up and he just perfectly sits up from there, just to hit it with his right foot first time, and it just goes over the bar. But it's like, technique was brilliant, and it nearly caught Alan McGregor out.
McGregor just running a few seconds off the clock. You can hear the boos and whistles from the Eintracht Frankfurt supporters at that end of the ground as he does so. Long clearance from the 40-year-old. Over halfway. Arfield has done well to win it. Kent trying to bring the ball down. We're going to see Kemar Roof in a minute. He'll get 5 minutes to make an impression. Eintracht have turned possession over, and they've got it with Hauger. Goldson did well, deliberately letting the ball run out of play. It's a bit of a gamble because it looks as though it took a little double ricochet off there. Would the referee see what had happened and call it correctly? But Goldson made absolutely no attempt to play the ball. Goes over the line, out of play for a goal kick. Barisic is down again, still suffering from cramp and clearly in some pain. The Rangers medical staff will trot on, and Kemar Roof gets his final instructions, and he'll be on in a moment.
Yeah, I think this is just a wee bit of gamesmanship here from the staff, and Barisic here. Kemar will come on and looking at penalties. They'll be looking at penalties now to try and get the best penalty takers on the pitch. No doubt we'll see Ramsey maybe in the last minute or two. But Barisic coming off here with a wee bit of cramp.
Well, he doesn't look happy, and he just covers his face with his royal blue shirt as he leaves the field. So Barisic off, and Roof on to replace him. Kemar Roof, who hasn't seen any action for a while. He's missed the last 7 games because of this knee problem. The man has scored the aggregate winner in the quarter-final against Praga. One of 16 goals he scored this season. Will he be able to extend that to 17, or will he be able to do something decisive from the penalty spot in a shootout? And again, you've read the script, Charlie, because Rangers will make their final change at the same time. This is the last juncture they can make a change, and so Ramsey will come on now, and Ramsey will replace Sakala. So Sakala, who came on, is now coming off. It's probably a a night that he'd want back, to be fair. Fashion Sakala hasn't had a great night. He's seen his number go up and is trudging disconsolately over towards the far touchline. So Ramsey on, Roof on, and Barisic and Sakala on.
Yeah, this is for penalties. You know, this is what they'll be thinking. Get the best penalty takers on the pitch. Ramsey, Roof, Tavernier. They're on the pitch. This is what you need if you're going to think like that. You know, Sakala, he's done okay, but not what we were expected. You know, he had to run about the channels more. He tried to come to the ball and never really got Rangers up the pitch. So I'm not surprised to actually come off in this extra time.
Rangers have it in the midfield. Arfield's done really well. Roof is up front now, and Roof is going to chase after this ball forward, and he's going to get there, right hand side of the area. Ball played in. What a moment! A stunning save from the goalkeeper. Left-footed blazed over the bar. Well, Ryan Kent thought he would surely score. Stephen Davis can't hit the target, and Kevin Trapp has just produced the save of his life.
Oh, it's an incredible save. It's an unbelievable pass from Sands. Up, back and through. The Roof gets his run. First moment, gets in there, and he plays a wonderful ball across the 6-yard box. And all Kent has to do is score, and the goalkeeper Trapp throws his shell at it, and he manages to save it. Unbelievable chance for Rangers.
It was a brilliant ball in from Roof. Bounced in the 6-yard box. All Trapp could do is just throw a right leg out at it, but he got the contact that he needed to steer it away. Oh, that was so close. That's as close as either side had come to winning it. We've got 90 seconds of extra time to go, and Rangers now get a free kick. Won by Kent, who's fouled by Toure. Can they get the delivery right here? Tavernier across to take it. Lundstrom has made his way forward and stands closer than anybody to the edge of the penalty area, closer to anybody from either side. Roof actually has now made a run past, and they're gambling on this Eintracht Frankfurt back line dropping in from its ultra-high starting position, which it does. Tavernier clipping it in, should be easily headed away. Falls for Arfield, bouncing bomb through the penalty area, and that is blocked by Toure. Goes out towards Sands. Sands back for Bassi. Back out to Sands again. Can he clip it forward? He can. Ramsey's going to chase after it. Defensive header's not the best. Nodding down to Tavernier. Into the path of Ramsey. Trying to turn on the edge of the area. Free kick Rangers in a really, really good spot. It's 6 yards outside the penalty area. It's right of centre. It is almost position A. It's a 120th minute set piece with a chance to win a European trophy.
If you want to be a hero, James Tavernier, this is the moment to step up. 20-25 yards out, right hand side of the box. He could, by the way, I've seen him put these in the top corner.
Top corner, bottom corner, off the underside of the bar and onto the goalkeeper's backside, it doesn't matter. This is a massive moment. We're in 1 minute of stoppage time at the end of extra time in the 2022 Europa League final. And Tavernier addresses the ball as he always does. Eintracht have got 5 in the wall and 1 down behind it. Tavernier puffing out his cheeks, calming things down, slowing the heart rate. This, one of the biggest moments of his life. Right-footed! Oh, it was on target. The goalkeeper saved it. Took a step across to his left. He got the precision, but he just didn't quite get the power to beat Kevin Trapp. And the bearded international will come across, make the save, run a few seconds off the clock, punt it upfield. 120 minutes have been all but played. Sands will chase after it and get it forward towards Tavernier, and we are going to penalties. A Herculean effort from Rangers. They so nearly won it. 2 big moments right at the end of extra time. Ryan Kent forcing extraordinary save from Kevin Trapp, and then James Tavernier's free kick, a more routine but still decent save. 1-1 after 120 minutes, and it's going to be settled from the penalty spot. Well, Rangers won the first coin toss, so the penalty's taken at the Rangers end. They also won the second, so they're going first. And Haseby, the Eintracht captain, didn't know the rules. He thought that by losing the first one, he got the choice whether to go first or second, and he was gutted that he didn't. Tavernier has scored 42 of his 51 Rangers penalties, and he will go first. Ordinarily, he goes bottom right-hand corner as we look at it. Keepers tend to go the other way. Tavernier, right fire straight down the middle, and the goalkeeper did dive to his left. Tavernier saw him coming. First blood, Rangers.
Yeah, as the that's what you want as the captain, to step up, take onus on the penalty shootout, and he done that. It's a wonderful penalty, right down the middle.
Listen to that noise. That's the Rangers fans doing what they can to put off Christopher Lenz, the centre half, who's going to go first. McGregor is off his line. He's being spoken to by the referee. Scarves hoisted behind the goal, doing everything Rangers fans they can to put Lenz off here. Lenz is going to go left-footed against Alan McGregor to give Rangers a 1-0 advantage. Hasn't been able to do it. He's put it in, no problem at all, into the top right-hand corner, 1-1. So one apiece after one penalty apiece. And Rangers will go next. And it's Stephen Davis that makes his way forward. Davis with untold experience. Man who's played in the UEFA Cup final before. Rangers have given a better account of themselves in this one than they did 14 years ago. Will he be able to change the colour of his medal? Davis with a 5-pace run-up, right-footed into the top right-hand corner. Just for a moment, half a second, I thought he skied it over the bar, but it was a well-taken penalty, and all three have gone in so far.
Well, if you want a guy that's played over 700 games, over 100 caps for his country, been in European finals before, to step up for a second penalty, unbelievable, Steve Davis. What a penalty kick that was.
McGregor is just saying that the ball isn't correctly positioned on the penalty spot here. I think it's Krustic that has made his way forward to take this next one. And he looks at the ball, left-footed, and sends McGregor the wrong way. Just rolls it into the bottom left-hand corner. That noise that the Rangers fans are making certainly very off-putting, but 2-2 after two penalties apiece, and next up it's Scotty Arfield.
Yeah, another experienced player going up now, stepping up. Just a little bit of a swagger here. He's calm, he's collected, looks confident, and you just got to sit up, you just stand up there and hit the target. Hit the target, you've got a chance.
Eintracht have played in two European penalty shootouts before. They lost them both, most recently to Chelsea in the semi-finals of this competition 3 years ago. Arfield to keep Rangers' 100% record intact. He's done it, but that's a good penalty. He has absolutely whacked the maker's name off the ball.
That's a beauty. Another beauty penalty. Oh, whipped it beautifully, just above the goalkeeper's hand. Great penalty kick.
So Rangers have scored all three, and Kamara makes his way forward to try and score Eintracht's third. Haven't seen a miss or a save as yet. And again, that extraordinarily intense noise greets the Japanese international. Stands hands on hips. Kamara against McGregor. Oh, he got it, but only just took a brush off the inside of the post, and the Rangers fans thought that was the moment. It's not. Goes down as a brilliant penalty. He couldn't have put it any wider past McGregor. It's 3-3.
Standard of penalties have been unbelievable so far. And Ramsey now.
Ramsey, another who's been around the block, knows what it's all about. Playing in this final, having missed the final 3 years ago when he was injured. Ramsey against Trapp. It's Aaron Ramsey, right-footed, and Trapp has saved it, diving to his right. Not a good penalty at all. Too close to the middle of the goal. Trapp makes the save. Ramsey makes the long walk of dejection back towards the centre circle. Tavernier urges the Rangers fans to continue with their vociferous support, but it is vantage Eintracht Frankfurt if they can put this one away, and it's Kostic who will come forward to take it. Kostic spotting the ball down. The demon from set pieces. Can McGregor make the save? Not quite. Dive to his left and the ball crept under his body. And Rangers are on the brink. The brink of elimination. Kemar Roof has to score.
Yeah, he has to score. It's a wonderful penalty from Kostic under pressure. Roof, this is why he's been brought on to take a penalty.
Rangers have won 3 of their 4 shootouts in the past. Roof has to score this to keep them alive. Dresses the ball at a very straight angle. Now takes 4-5 steps to his left. Shuffles, scores, squeezes it into the merest of gaps between Trapp and the post. And it is 4-4, but McGregor has to be a hero now. He's got to save this.
He has to save it or it's over. It's the big moment for Alan McGregor, and it's Ora, the main man that scored the goal in the game.
Alan McGregor at the age of 40, for 20 years has been a Rangers first team player. 468 games for the club. Never in his 2 decades of work for Glasgow Rangers has he had a moment as big as this. He's got to save it. Rafael Borre against Alan McGregor. It's in, and Rangers have been beaten. A valiant attempt, but it is nothing more than mere heroic failure. Alan McGregor went the right way, but the ball was fired past him. At the Rangers' end of the ground, they stand and applaud the Herculean efforts of their players, heroes one and all. It was the Europa League final. They came so close to winning, but one save from Kevin Trapp right at the end of the game, and then another to deny Aaron Ramsey in the penalty shootout. And on such fine margins are heroes made and lost. Borre, the man with the winning penalty. And for Rangers, it's another European final defeat. Even more heartbreaking than the one 14 years ago. And it seemed as though the script would be written on the 50th anniversary of that sole European success on Spanish soil. But I'm afraid it just wasn't meant to be. The Germans from penalties. It's a familiar refrain. Alan McGregor being consoled by Rangers staff and his fellow goalkeepers. Flares being lit away to our right hand side of the Eintracht Frankfurt end. And their celebrations are unconfined, but for Rangers, the longest of journeys hasn't had that glorious, victorious ending. They've come so far, over a decade, but it doesn't culminate in them getting their hands on European silverware. It has finished Eintracht Frankfurt 1, Rangers 1 after extra time.